Race fans, welcome to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Chris Orr's Kyle Friel here on a hot, humid, sticky Friday night here at Delaware Speedway. Perfect for racing. We're going to get the pregame show going right after we check in with our trackside reporter tonight. Here's Joey Link.
Hey guys, so yeah, last week in the Bone Stocks we had the biggest wreck of the season, and even though we have full coverage here, we didn't quite get the whole story. So I figured I'd show you the full story. Craig Cole is over here, he's driving, and then he bumps into Tyler Wheel. Tyler Wheel suddenly starts serpentining everywhere because he's lost control of the car. He hits Shane Thorne. Shane Thorne hits Joe Lawrence. Joe Lawrence hits the wall, back into Shane Thorne. Wilms is over here. Wilms finally, or sorry, not Wilms. Wheel finally has control again, and then Thorne hits him again. Wheel goes flying over here into Wilms. Wilms and Cassie Howard hit each other, and then Wheel goes flying over here into the safety barrels, which caused a huge explosion, and then points leader Rabideau and Matt Lamont pile in. Rabideau has to go into the pits. Joe Lawrence up there evades the rest of the carnage, escapes there, and gets the win. And then after all that, Joe Lawrence took a penalty, and he got last place points after all of that. A lot of these cars had to do major repairs all week, so it's going to be a big night of changes in the Bone Stock. Could be anyone's race.
Joey, stay with us for a sec. Do you know what the penalty was for?
Yes, so I believe Shane Fiddler, or Jordan Fiddler, had the same penalty. It was for the exhaust pipe being too big in diameter. Now I know that Joe Lawrence disagreed with that penalty. I've not talked to the Fiddler team yet, but I know at least the Lawrence team was planning on protesting that penalty. I gotta get off track, there's cars coming.
All right, Joey Langdon, thank you so much. We're back up top here. Chris Orr's at Kyle Friel. Currently 7:32 on a Friday night. We'll probably check in with Joey in about an hour and a half when he catches his breath. That's the best trackside pre-race report I've ever seen.
Yeah, I have to say that was quite the spectacle there. Thanks,
I was looking for X's and O's and coming a 5-yard in cut or whatnot, or flag pattern. I don't know. But that was pretty interesting, but it was a big wreck last week in the Bone Stocks.
Yes, huge wreck in the Bone Stocks, as Joey mentioned, as we get ready for another night of racing here at Delaware Speedway. It's going to be the Bone Stocks, it's going to be the V8 stocks, and it's going to be the late model divisions. All here tonight, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's look at the Bone Stock standings as we open up for another Friday night here on Rogers TV. Rabideau out front. Rabideau was involved in that big wreck last week, as Joey mentioned. Repaired the car, came back on the track with no bumpers, front bumper, rear bumper. Lead right now over Givens and Nathan Rhea, your top three. And then the Lawrence boys, Joe Lawrence winning last week, but then getting that penalty. That's costly because he'd be right up there in second spot right now.
Yeah, exactly. So Joe Lawrence is probably going to be racing with some kind of fire under his hood tonight, as he wants to climb out of fourth spot up in the standings. And then his brother Chris rounding out the top five, only 3 points trailing his brother Joe. So the Lawrence brothers going to look for another 1-2 finish this week.
Absolutely. Else on the card tonight is the V8 stocks. We welcome back them after a week off. Let's go to the standings. This is that division where they welcome other cars, race fans, but you have to stay in that 21.4 second lap. You go under that, that's not what you need to do. You need to stay 21.4 or slower. Meseberg, healthy lead out front. Ferguson or Clutterbuck and Jordan Morris, your top five. Morris, Rockwood in the lineup tonight with a couple more new V8 stocks to get a little bit better car count with the V8s tonight, Kyle.
Yeah, exactly. I know the Blue Deuce of Doug Stewart's going to be in the field for that division tonight. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see some of the super stocks going into the V8 division to kind of round it out, like you said, and make sure that it might be a little bit more competitive, if you want to say that, and make sure there's a fight for that top spot in a future race.
Late models in action tonight as well, race fans. Here we go, the standings. Kyle Steckley in second spot right now, looking for 3 in a row. He's won the last 2 feature races here at Delaware Speedway. He's trimmed that lead to 6 behind Ray Morneau. Then it's Connor Pritico, Matt Robbie, Cole Powell, your top 5. Your brother-in-law, Patrick Friel, right there in the 6th spot. Should be another good late model evening tonight at the half mile.
Most definitely. And talking about Kyle Steckley, not only has he won the last 2 features here at Delaware, but last week as well, he won the APC late model race up at Flamborough. Right. So it's 3 race wins in 2 days, in about 2 or 3 days here for Steckley. So he's been driving real fast. He's going to be looking to continue his trek to victory lane. And as we get ready, the cars are on the track for the first heat race of the Bone Stock Division.
Yep.
And racing is going to be underway here momentarily.
Yeah, we're going to stay right here. We're going to go down to the track here for the opening heat race of the Bone Stocks. And we want to welcome and thank all the Rogers staff in the truck behind the cameras tonight. We are looking for a great show here at Delaware Speedway. One more lap here with this Bone Stock heat race number 1. Later on in the show tonight, you'll see an interview with myself and Rogers TV station manager Jeremy Parkin. We're going to be talking about volunteering and the Rogers partnership here with Delaware Speedway and volunteering a key to Rogers TV being able to bring stuff like racing and the London Nationals hockey and London Knights hockey to you at home.
Exactly. If it wasn't for for us doing the broadcasting, the announcing, and the camera crews and everybody in behind the truck doing audio, visual stuff, these broadcasts will not be able to come to fruition. But here we go. The pace car is off the track, enters pit lane, and the first heat race of the Bone Stocks is ready to go out of turn 4.
On a Friday night at Delaware Speedway, a hot, humid one, we are racing at the half mile. Bone Stock heat race number 1.
Jesse Hertzel gets out to a good lead, passes Miss Penny for top spot here, as they now are on the outside.
Yeah, Wollaston in the 11 will come up to the second spot there behind the 97 and dives to the inside in turn number 3. And quickly a new leader out of turn 4 before the first lap it's done is Rob Wollaston in the 11 car.
What a move by Rob Wollaston, making his charge up the pack, and now is in first, goes to the outside, then dive bombs down on Hertzel to make that pass for first.
Lovey's up to second spot in the 21C. Then it's the 69 of Mitchell Rawlings. That's your top 3 working turns 3 and 4. We got a spin in the middle of 3 and 4, but they'll right the ship. That's the 64 of William Clausen out of St. Thomas in that bright yellow machine. You can see that car for miles.
Yeah, the 64 there, I've heard in previous weeks, he is one that does get loose out of corners there. But he was able to right the ship, as you mentioned, Chris, and stay green here in the first heat race.
Front 4 are trying to get away now. The 74 of Stan Cook has joined the trio up front. Jason Lovey's your new leader now in the 21C, as Wollaston drops back to the second spot here with 7 laps to go in this 10-lap heat race.
Yeah, it's a pretty good heat race so far for the lead. Lovey's opening that lead up to about 8 to 9 car lengths, and then the battle for second, third, and fourth is heating up. That is Wollaston, Rawlings, and Cook doing battle there.
Yeah, that's a good battle, and Stan Cook in that 74 looks really strong tonight, that is for sure. Battling right there in that trio, that is for second spot right now in the heat race. Lovey out to a pretty healthy lead there with 5 to go this time by. And that battle for the second spot continues to be hotly contested between Wollaston, Rawlings, and now Cook looking to the inside.
Almost 3 wide into turn 1 here for second place. The 69 of Rawlings on the outside trying to make the pass.
They'll go down the back side by side for second. It's Rawlings in the 69, Wollaston in the 11. The 74 is Cook. This is a battle for second. As the leader, Lovey, comes out of turn 4, 4 to go at the stripe. That's the real battle right now on the track in this heat race, Kyle, is that second spot placing right now.
Yeah, that's as we went past the line. Rawlings does take over second position, and now the 74 of Stan Cook making a pass on Wollaston for third.
So Rawlings up to second spot, side by side for third. There's your leader, the 21C of Lovey, 3 to go now for the Jason Lovey machine out of Woodstock, Ontario. There's the battle for second on your screen. Rawlings in the 69, Cook getting a challenge on the inside by Wollaston as they'll go down the back. And the leader comes out of turn 4 now. That's Jason Lovey in the 21C. Popsicle sticks in the air now, 2 laps to go. Bone Stock heat race number 1.
That's right, as we get word, top 6 out of this heat race advancing to the feature tonight. So currently in that 6th spot is Jesse Hertzel, and Miss Penny in 5th, Williston in 4th, Cook 3rd, Rawlings in 2nd, and the Jason Lovey machine has a healthy lead in the 1st position.
White flag on the speedway. The 21C takes the white. Jason Lovey. Now it's a battle for 2nd. It's Cook on the inside of Rawlings. There you see it. They'll enter into turn number 1. Final lap here. Bone stock heat race number 1. Contact, and the Cook machine almost around the right front of the 74, got into the left rear of the 69, and gave Rawlings some track position.
Yeah, that gives the 69 of Rawlings good position here. Looks like he'll come away with 2nd position. And then the 74 of Stan Cook, Rob Williston crossing in 4th. Miss Penny, I believe, in 5th. And then in 6th is the 97 of Jesse Herzl, unofficial. We'll have to make sure we get the correct placings on that, but according to the live timing, that is the top 6: Herzl, Penny, Williston, Cook, Rawlings, and Lovey. So those 6 will make it to the feature right away.
Herzl getting the final transfer spot. Here comes the 21C, Jason Lovey. That's your bone stock heat race at number 1 winner. He'll pause in victory lane for a quick picture. There he is, the 21C, Jason Lovey, bone stock heat race number 1 from Delaware Speedway, all done. It is Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. We'll be right back.
Top to bottom, no drip rust protection at Oil Guard goes right to where your car or truck needs it most. From the engine compartment to the door panels, and 8 points in between. Oil Guard has you covered. One Oil Guard treatment will help you duck the rust for 1 full year.
When you choose Pizza Hut, you're supporting a local, family-owned and operated business. We've been serving our community for over 35 years and take great pride in what we do. From our family to yours, thank you for choosing Pizza Hut and supporting local.
It was my daughter's birthday. She was blowing out the candles on our cake when we heard coming from the TV. So we stopped and listened, and it helped us get to safety. That's why when I think of my daughter's birthday, because now she gets to keep having them.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Look at that, the crowd there. Kyle Friel, that's only a snapshot of the entire crowd here on a beautiful Friday night here at Delaware Speedway.
Yeah, exactly. Looking to our left, the turn 4 hill, pretty packed. I was on the turn 1 hill before our broadcast began, as my wife, daughter, and a friend of ours is here watching the races, and that hill is packed as well. So a good, healthy crowd here on a Friday night at Delaware Speedway, as we get the cars doubling up here for heat race number 2 in the bone stock division. Again, a huge field out on a Friday night for this bone stock division, Chris.
Yeah, we're going to have 3 heat races. Let's go trackside to Joey Langdon. Apparently he has recovered. Joey?
Hey guys, I'm down here with Matt Langford. Matt, got the beautiful 03 behind us, but that's not the 03 on track. What's going on?
Basically, we worked hard all week trying to put together a new car, and it wasn't short of effort, but unfortunately we blew a motor with 3 laps into practice.
So who's in the car right now then?
Right now, Danny Benedict. He's a late model driver. He's renting one of Chris Lawrence's cars, so he was nice enough to run my number for the night.
All right, well, hopefully we see you the rest of the season.
Joey Langdon, thank you so much. Matt Langford, the 03 blew up in practice tonight. So the 03 number going on the Benedict 54 machine as we get set. Bone stock heat race number 2. Green flag, we're racing at the half mile. That's the 32 on the inside. That's Sean Fusil. And he gets quickly out in front, followed by the 12, Joe Kicks, up to second. 3 wide, contact out of 2. As the 89 Starrett machine was sideways, but she righted the ship. Oh, now we got a spin. The yellow machine is around. That looks like is that the 0? Oh, it's the 8. Is that the 8 or the 0? Oh, that's the 9. That's the Thomas McKinley out of London. And looks like we're going to stay green. We stay green on the racetrack. Fusil out front, Kyle.
Yeah, that was quite the contact there, as the number 9 McKinley was able to stay straight, keep this under green. But yes, contact between a couple of vehicles here.
He might have a tire rub, Kyle. Looking at him going into corner number 1, he's very slow. Here comes the field. The 9 is very slow, needs to drop down to the apron. It's Fusil out of turn 2, a healthy lead. And the 9 machine of McKinley will drop down very slow. He'll probably come into the pits through the backstretch. Also, the 25 is slow. That's Adam Genereux in the, looks like the 25. Tough to see the numbers with the glare from the sun.
85?
Is it the 85? That's 85. Tyler Wheel.
Yeah, 85 also going slow into the pits. But nonetheless, we have 7 to go here in the second heat race. The 32 machine is Sean Fusil. He's opened up a huge lead. That race for second is a battle between Joe Kicks and Jason Craig. And Cassie Howard also in the mix.
Yeah, Cassie Howard right there. A good run for her in the 59 machine. There's your second, third, and fourth place runners on the screen right now. Up the Delaware Hill in turn 2, down to back. It's Jason Craig in the 42. The 12 is Joe Kicks, the 59, Cassie Howard. That's a battle for the second spot. Sean Fusil out front by a healthy 15 to 20 car lengths.
Yeah, it's Sean Fusil absolutely destroying this heat race right now. And the smell of burnt rubber is in the air here at Delaware Speedway, as there was the contact there. So we'll have to see what kind of damage has been done to those cars that were involved in that little bit of a collision. Nonetheless, racing is continuing as we have 4 to go coming up next time by. That's Fusil still holding the lead.
Yeah, and Jason Craig trimming that lead down a little bit. He knocked 0.3 of a second off the gap last lap. And visibly on the track, it looks like that 42 of Craig trying to bridge that gap from the third place machine up to Fusil at the top of this board here with 3 laps to go at the stripe.
Yeah, it's good race for Jason Craig here. He's widening the gap. Oh, and a nice pass there on the inside. 59 of Cassie Howard able to go. Joe Kicks looks like he lost some speed. And Cassie Howard absolutely took advantage, now has third place.
Yeah, Cassie looking very strong in that 59. Here comes the leader, Sean Fusil. 2 laps to go this time by. The 42 is Jason Craig in second. Cassie Howard up to third. Let's go down stairs to Joey quickly.
Hey guys, quickly, so the 76 just had some kind of fluid explode out of it, and not only did it get all over his car, it got all over the 44 and the 69X, so a lot of pit crews got to run in and figure that out.
That's the 76 of Darcy Desjardins in the pit area, parked near turn 3. White flag on the speedway, Sean Fusil out front, bone stock heat race number 2.
Yeah, it's looking like Sean Fusil will come away with this heat race victory. But the battle here.
Oh, the 12 is very slow, just crossing the stripe, Kyle. That's Joe Kicks. Obviously problems with the Wonder Bread number 12 as the leader comes out of turn 4 for the last time. Checkered flag in the air for the 32. Sean Fusil will take it. 42 of Jason Craig and Cassie Howard, your top 3. And how many are advancing? Do we know how many are advancing from this one?
Not sure quite yet, but I'm sure we will get a word here. If it was anything like last week, they had out of the second, they had about 8 and 10.
And then 10 in the last one.
Last feature, and then it was the last chance qualifying.
Yeah. So Cassie Howard third, Jordan Fiddler fourth, Katie Sterrett, Brent Pelly, Colin Willems, your top 7. Then Josh Flanagan, Joe Kicks, Shane Gibson, Bonnie Sue Sterrett, and Tyler Wheel and Thomas McKinley. And that will get the areas. Sean Fusil, 32, pulling up to victory lane. Second bone stock heat race winner to the 32 is Sean Fusil. We'll be right back. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Motorists across Ontario trust Oil Guard Formula 2 No Drip for proven rust protection. Oil Guard has been road tested against Ontario winters by hundreds of thousands of vehicle owners just like you. Oil Guard knows how to help you duck the rust.
Don't get caught unprepared this summer. White's Rental is your one-stop shop for lawnmower tune-ups and repairs. You can visit us at our new location, 785 Little Simcoe Street.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Mario Elia, and I'm the host of a new show here on Rogers TV that we're calling Keeping London Healthy with Dr. Mario. I'm a local family physician here in London, and I'm very excited to be working with Rogers TV on this new format, which will give us an opportunity to explore all sorts of topics related to medicine and health. So tune in Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. We'll see you then.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Let's go trackside. Joey Langdon.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Eric Stewart, the number 4. First ever race at Delaware, and you qualified for the feature, completely skipped the last chance qualifier right like that. How was that?
It feels amazing for the first time ever being here in an automatic car. And these are some tough cars to race against, and Lawrence gave me a great car today, and hope for the best in the A.
So what's your strategy for the feature? Again, it's an unfamiliar car, unfamiliar track, so how do you attack the feature like this?
Just survive. Coming off, well, after seeing last weekend, I hope nothing like that happens again here. And I don't know if I could drive through those guys like some other guys could. Maybe I'll just bring up Lightning McQueen and go through the field.
So how does Delaware compare to, you usually race at Flamborough, correct? So how does Delaware compare to Flamborough?
You're going into the corners a lot hotter and harder than you usually do at Flamborough or Sunset or Sauble. And it's a little bit scary coming out of the corner. Those walls, they come at you quick. It's not really much different, but you're carrying a lot more speed.
All right, good luck. Eric Stewart, first time in the feature. Back upstairs to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Joey. Appreciate that. Eric, as we get set for Bone Stock Heat Race number 3, Eric said the key to the feature is to survive, and he's darn right. We've had close to 40 cars try and make the feature for the last 3 weeks.
Exactly. So surviving a heat race, obviously. Checkbox number 1 on the to-do list. Checkbox number 2, once you make the feature, again, survive that, and then make the pass and make your move when the time permits. But we get ready here for more racing at Delaware Speedway. The pace car is off the track. Car is coming into turn 4, ready for the green flag.
Bone Stock Heat Race number 3, Mark Lamont at the point. We are racing with the Bone Stocks, and quickly the 07 gets shoved out of the way by Jordan Willems, and looks like the 07 might have a problem. This is the fastest of the 3 heats. Willems to the inside now, and he'll take the lead down the back. Givens is going to try and follow him through in the 50. There's the 54. That's Benedict running it as the 03. He's up to the 3rd spot now, running for Matt Langford tonight. Craig Cole in the 55 to 4th.
Yeah, that's contact there by Cole, and
more contact. He ran into the 03. Lawrence is there. Both Lawrences are there. The 28 is Chris Lawrence on the high side. The 78, Joe Lawrence, last week's feature race winner. As the field comes out of turn number 4 to complete another lap, Willems out front.
Yeah, the race for 1st and 2nd is there, but then the thing now is the double up here for, I believe that's 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th contact in the turn 2.
Yeah, that's Vanderwist Jr. in the 7, and there's the points leader. Rabideau will make it 3 wide down the back, and he'll take advantage of some slower cars. The points leader knocks off 2 of them on the way to the front.
Yeah, makes good on that contact, dives down deep, and passes a couple of cars as Rabideau wants to maintain some of his point advantage.
Yeah, Rabideau's in the 5 car, the front 2, trying to get away. Willems and Givens all by themselves. Joe Lawrence now quickly up to 3rd. Will try and track them down. Cole to 4th. Rabideau now to 5th.
What a race here in heat race number 3 and 6 to go at the stripe. This is going to be a doozy of a 10-lap race.
Absolutely. Once again, this is the fastest on average of the Bone Stocks. It would be heat race number 3. Front 2 into turn 3 there. That's Willems in the 92. Givens in the 50. Joe Lawrence is the 78 machine. Cole the 55 and 4th. Rabideau up to 5th. Chris Lawrence in the 28 trying to get to the inside of Benedict for 6th spot. And we were listening from Eric Stewart. He said, yeah, Chris Lawrence is going to be a nice hot rod tonight. I'd like to stop by Chris Lawrence's stable and see how many cars he turns out for all these drivers, because he's got quite a team that's driving his cars.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of work for Chris, not only to drive his own machine, but then make sure he has the machines ready for the rest of the teammates to get on the track as well.
Absolutely. We have 4 laps to go here. Bone Stock Heat Race number 3. And Lawrence, Joe Lawrence has caught that lead duo. It's now a battle of 3 cars at the front. Willems in the 92, Givens in the 50, Joe Lawrence in the 78, nose to tail out of turn 4. It's a trio at the front.
Trio at the front is right, Chris, as now we try and go almost 3 wide into turn 1, but the drivers thought better of it and made sure they stayed kind of single file here, but Joe Lawrence making a pass here, trying to go on the inside.
Wow, did he ever get a run on corner exit at turn 2? He went by Givens and pulled up on the inside of Wilms to no avail. Front 3, throw a blanket on him. 2 laps to go. Rabideau the points leader, about 15 car lengths behind, trying to track him down.
Here we go. It's going to be a battle for that top spot in this heat race, as we're going to have the white flag in the air next time to the stripe. Joe Lawrence almost made the pass there.
Yeah, he's got some good straightaway speed, Kyle. Watch the next time they go down the back for the last time. White flag in the air. Wilms in the 92. Givens in the 50. The 78 is Joe Lawrence. Let's watch the corner exit here for the 78 of Joe Lawrence. He got a little loose there. But watch the straightaway speed for the 78. Good corner exit again. He'll try and get to the left rear corner panel of the Willems machine, and that's not going to work. Jordan will shut the door. Out of turn 4, a final time here. Heat race number 3 for the Bone Stocks. Checkered flag in the air, and it's going to be Wilms who takes it. Who do we got for second? Phil Givens comes away with second. Kyle and Lawrence finishes third.
That's right, and the top 10 out of this heat make it to the main feature here, so that'll be Wilms, Givens, Lawrence, Rabideau, Chris Lawrence, Craig Cole, Jay Cox, Danny Benedict driving the 03, Peter Vandewich Jr., and then rounding out the top 10, that's Jack Dixon in the 07. So those 10 automatically to the feature race tonight. The rest of them go into the LCQ, the last chance qualifier, to try and gain a spot in that feature race.
Yeah, a couple surprise names that are going to be the LCQ, the 90 of Mark Lamont, the 26 of Nathan Rhea. There's the 92, Jordan Wilms, Bone Stock heat race number 3. Now complete. When we come back from break, it's the V8 stocks at the Delaware Half Mile. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Oil Guard's Formula 2 No Drip stays where the technician puts it, protecting your car or truck from the ravages of rust. With no messy residue on your driveway or garage floor, Oil Guard Formula 2 No Drip is proven rust protection you can trust.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports Pack. For only $35.95 a month, Rogers customers get all this for one all-inclusive price. Order using your remote starting on channel 431 or visit Rogers.com today.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. There you see one of our late models set to take the track soon. That's the Lloyd Rawlings machine, the V8 stocks on the Speedway right now, with some added cars because of this 21.4 second clock that they put on this division. Let's go trackside first to Joey Langdon.
Hey guys, yeah, so about that 21.4 clock, the reason they have it is, as you can see, they want it more diverse in the field. They don't just want the hot rods like Ethan Mesenberg or Ethan Orr's car. They want to get the late models. They want to get the super stocks. They want to get anything that can run in the V8 class. And as we see out here, we got the number 2 of the super stocks running a bit. We've got the 17, I believe, and we've had different cars throughout the whole season. Jesse Kennedy is running the late model. He's run a V8 race earlier this year. So when you have a division that needs to get the car count up like the V8s, this is a great way to do it, and looks like it's going to be a really fun race.
Thanks, Joey. As I was just leading in the Kyle, take us through for the race fans who are not quite sure how this works, the 21.4 second rule.
Right, so obviously there's lap times, and you want to have the fastest lap and make sure you can have a fast car. But for the V8 stocks, there was a couple of cars that were just blowing away the heat races and the feature. It wasn't a very competitive division per se at times. So now they've put in this rule that every car has to make sure that they are at least a lap time of 21.4 seconds or higher to be okay. And if they are under that time of 21.4 seconds, they will get the black flag penalty, and they'll have to slow down, come through pit lane, and then re-enter the race in last place and make their way back to the top if they want to have a chance at finishing first.
Yeah, so kind of a double reasoning wise, the one you mentioned that because Mesenberg was dominating. The second reason was to add the car count. So you can add the super stocks. Yes. You can add the late models in here because as far as how the cars are built, they can run, but a 21.4 second cushion is the cushion.
Yeah, so...
and Rockwood, the 17, way at the back, he will not come up to the field here because the other part about this 21.4 second rule, Kyle, is where do you speed? Where do you mash your gas? Where do you slow down? Do you do it in the corners? Do you do it in the straightaways? That's the key of being able to manufacture the quickest 21.4 second lap you can over and over again.
Exactly. So, of course, your lap time is taken as soon as you pass the start-finish line every time with the transponders on these vehicles. So, yeah, it's that kind of where do I go? How do I do it? And yeah, it's always a strategy now that the drivers have to have in the back of their minds of do I mash the gas, corners 1, 2, and 3, and then try and let off coming into and out of 4, or how do I play that exactly, Chris? So yeah. We'll see kind of what the strategy is between these cars tonight in the heat race and going into the feature.
We should be racing soon. They were waiting for the 73 of Jordan Morris to come back out of the pits, and he just was allowed to re-enter the track. It's going to be the 72 of Chad Clutterbuck at the point out of Bothwell, the 94 Ethan Orr outside row 1 out of St. Thomas. The 23 is Jeff Ferguson out of Ayr inside row number 2. Outside row number 2, the Blue Deuce, the super stock of Doug Stewart. The 8-10 inside row 3, that's your points leader. That's Kyle Mesenberg. The 73 is Jordan Morris, and the 17 way at the back. There you see the top of the screen. That is Rockwood. We are racing with the V8 stocks. Rockwood either trying to pace himself, Kyle, or the 17 is really not to compete tonight, just wants to do some laps.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have to see what kind of strategy the 17 of David Rockwood has here. But yes, he is very far in the field, as is the 72 of Chad Clutterbuck that has the lead right now.
Yeah, battle for second spot. It's Doug Stewart in contact. Orr gets loose in the turn 1, and he keeps it straight. Stewart dropped all the way back to 4th. Mesenberg up to 4th now, challenging Ferguson for the 3rd spot. Clutterbuck away by about 10 car lengths.
Yeah, exactly. Clutterbuck widening his lead, widening the gap there. The 95 of Ethan Orr, he's getting hot on the heels by Kyle Mesenberg as he's chasing him down to try and overtake second.
So the group comes out of turn 2. Down the back, there's Ferguson, the 23. The 2 is Dougie Stewart in the Blue Deuce, the super stock. Contact, Mesenberg got a shot from Ferguson in the middle of 3 and 4. Now Ferguson really loose as Stewart gets to the inside.
Yeah, Stewart was there on the right, the left rear of Ferguson there, almost turning him loose. But Doug Stewart's racing a little bit aggressive here in this V8 stock division in the heat race.
Clutterbuck out to 20 car lengths now, out of turn 4 to complete another lap. Mesenberg, the points leader, up to 2nd. Then it's Orr, Ferguson, Stewart, Morris, and Rockwood. Battle for 3rd right there. It's Ferguson in the 23, Stewart in the 2. And there's Morris now making a 3 wide down the back. They'll drag race down the back. Morris on the inside. It's Ferguson in the middle of the sandwich, and he'll grab the spot. Clutterbuck last time by 21.6, just above the threshold of 21.4. He's got a healthy lead. Mesenberg trying to track him down. There's the battle for the 4th spot. Ferguson 23, Morris in the 73, Doug Stewart in the 2.
Clutterbuck here absolutely winding his lead from the field. as he is a good about half a straightaway or more ahead of the rest of the field. Mesenberg is in second, and Ethan Orr in third.
Clutterbuck, 3 laps to go this time by. He's right around that 21.6 to 21.8 his last 4 laps, so he knows the pace and he knows how it feels to get a 21.6. Oh, we got a spin. Stewart's around in turn 2, off the nose of the 23 Ferguson machine. And caution on the speedway. I believe that's our first caution of the night, is it not?
First caution of the night through 3 bone stock heat races. And yeah, that is Doug Stewart as he entered the grass midway through turn 2. He's able to get the car back straight, and don't know if we do have a look at that or not.
Yes, I think we do. Let's go to the replay. Kyle, take us through it.
As we get a look here through the... We're looking for the replay. I think we're having a little bit of technical difficulties there, but nonetheless, Doug Stewart getting some contact, turn around in turn 2, and throws himself now into the back here with 3 to go. Still the 17 of David Rockwood not mashing the gas and not putting himself into, here we go, the replay.
Oh yeah,
here.
they were all over each other.
All over each other.
Ferguson's gonna nail him right here. He's gonna go right into him and turns the 2. Yeah, but there was major contact down the front straight away. They've been battling since the opening green flag.
Yes, that's right. So contact between the Blue Deuce and the 23 of Ferguson all the way through the race since the get-go, and just kind of stemmed into that. And Ferguson said, "Hey, enough's enough. I'll try and be aggressive and get around you," and ends up turning Stewart around. But nonetheless, we got a caution here on the speedway.
Let's go trackside to Joey.
Hey guys, I just talked to the officials. Sounds like the 17, despite running in the back for a lot of times, has been black flagged about 3 or 4 times now. So he's gonna have to serve those penalties before the end of this race, or he might face further punishment for the feature.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I can see that. His best time was a 21.146 race fan. So David Rockwood was under that 21.4 threshold a couple of times at least.
Yeah. So now we see Rockwood going into the pits here. We see a driver.
That is Stewart. That's Stewart.
Getting out of his car. That's not a good sign. Usually, when a driver is out of his car, it means that.
Well, A, he's done, or B, he's saying to heck with the heat race. Let's get it fixed for the feature, right?
Fair enough. Yes, I guess. Yeah.
That could be the case.
That could be the case. So we'll have to wait and see here as we get back to doubled up, and the field coming around, ready for green flag racing.
Yeah, down to 5 now. Clutterbuck inside row 1, Mesenberg outside. Then Orr, Morris, and Ferguson. Green flag racing with the V8 stocks. 3 laps to go. The only heat race for the V8 stocks tonight is the field up the Delaware Hill in turn 2 and down the back. Clutterbuck holding on to that lead. Mesenberg in the second spot. He'll go to the outside of the 72. Side by side through turns 3 and 4. Mesenberg, the points leader, wants the lead here. Popsicle sticks, 2 laps to go.
Side by side through the stripe. As we see, it's Mesenberg getting just ahead here of Clutterbuck, but the race is gonna be a tight one to the finish. That's not what Clutterbuck wanted, as he had a huge lead before that caution. Mesenberg able to take advantage of this restart.
Yeah, Clutterbuck last time out of turn 2 had a good run. Mesenberg will lead that lap. White flag in the air, side by side through turns 1 and 2. We'll see what kind of corner exit the 72 gets this time. He gets a nice corner exit. Half a car length, almost a full car length into turn 3. Side by side, V8 stock heat race, look out! And Clutterbuck's around in turn 4, he'll keep it off the wall. And it's gonna be Mesenberg. Grabs the checkered flag, I'm not sure if there was contact there, but a great job by Clutterbuck to keep it off the tire first, Kyle, and then keep it off the outside wall in turn 4.
Yes, Clutterbuck keeping his car in one piece, keeping it off the tire that that begins on the wall of pit road, and then keeps it off the wall here. We get a look at it as Mesenberg and Clutterbuck are battling.
I think he was just loose, Kyle.
I think he just loose. There might have been slight contact by Mesenberg, but in that angle we could not see it. But yeah, he just got loose out of turn 3, entering turn 4, and so
and it looks like he tried to correct it and overcorrected, and spun her up the track and in with turn number 4. That's your V8 stock. heat race winner, the 810 of Kyle Mesenberg. When we come back, we'll go to the late models. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Top to bottom, no drip rust protection at Oil Guard goes right to where your car or truck needs it most. From the engine compartment to the door panels, and 8 points in between, Oil Guard has you covered. One Oil Guard treatment will help you duck the rust for 1 full year.
When you choose Pizza Hut, you're supporting a local, family-owned and operated business. We've been serving our community for over 35 years and take great pride in what we do. From our family to yours, thank you for choosing Pizza Hut and supporting local.
Rogers TV has given me the opportunity to be involved within my local community, where I have met plenty of new people, experienced new things. I have done various production roles such as graphics, live audio, and camera work. Recently, I have been a part of the London Knights Rogers TV crew, and I have had a wonderful time there, being part of such an amazing and diverse group of individuals. I highly recommend it.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway. Rogers TV presented by Oil Guard. Look at that crowd. Beautiful night here Friday night. Chris Soares, Kyle Friel up at the tower. We have Joey Langdon trackside. Late models on the track for heat race number 1. Always awesome when the late models are on the track. We'll get Kyle's take right after we go trackside to Joey Langdon.
Hey guys, we just had the V8 race. I'm down here with Doug Stewart. Doug, you came off in turn 2 there. What happened?
We had a little mishap with another car, and I could tell that the toe was out a mile, and when I look at the rim's all bent, so I'm sure the toe is out, and we'll get it fixed up for the feature, no problem.
Okay, so you think you're going to be able to run the feature. Does what happened there in turn 2 change how you're going to run the feature at all?
No, I'm hoping to run this class the rest of the year. That's my plan. So probably for the people who have run it all year long, maybe that just means I've been initiated. But I only get initiated so many times before I start initiating myself.
All right, well, we hope to see you in victory lane at some point this season. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
As we get doubled up here for the late models heat race number 1. Looks like it's going to be the 5. I think that's the 5 out front. Peyton Jacobs in the 5 or the 8. Help me out, Kyle Friel.
That's the 9 there.
Is that the 9?
The 9 is on the inside. The 5 of Peyton Jacobs on the outside of row 1.
All right, there we go.
So the 9, that's
the Steve Shaw Jr.
Yeah, Steve Shaw Jr.
I haven't seen him for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he last week, remember, we got the message that he was driving the 22F.
That's right.
So he was out last week just driving a different car. But yes, he's back in his own car, the number 9 out of Chatham. And then in row 2, it's the 69 of Lloyd Rawlings. And on the outside of Rawlings, I believe.
That's the 17 of Tom Zagorodny, I believe. And then Jesse Kennedy, Steve Aaron, Ron Beauchamp Jr. We're getting set. Late model heat race number 1. Green flag, we're racing at the half mile.
Pretty even start there for Peyton Jacobs and Steve Shaw Jr. As now Steve Shaw Jr. is opening up a lead.
Rawlings up to second on the inside of Peyton Jacobs. Here comes Jesse Kennedy in the 10. Rawlings to the inside of Shaw Jr. looking for the lead. Both of them are loose.
Yeah, really loose there. Out of turn 4 was Shaw Jr. kept it straight, and he keeps the lead here. But Rawlings, contact here out of turn 1. It's Rawlings and Shaw Jr. I don't know if any other car caused that, but nonetheless, caution on the speedway there.
Yeah, all the other cars went to the high side of that collision between Steve Shaw Jr. Rawlings immediately into the pits with heavy damage on the right side. Here's the replay. Out of turn 2. Oh, yeah, the right front of Rawlings got into the left rear of Shaw Jr. Watch the 6.9 roll up the left tire of the 9 machine, so damage on both vehicles for sure.
Yeah, as we see here, that's Shaw Jr.
He looks pretty good, actually.
Back on, looking pretty fast, trying to get around back to the group. But as you mentioned, Chris, it was a good job of the rest of the field there, of Kennedy, Jacobs, and all them, to get to the high side and avoid any further collision from making this a 2-car collision to multiple cars. we don't want to see that, so good thing. Now it looks like Kennedy will have the lead here, and Jacobs back up to second.
So we're under caution here, late model. Oh no, actually, yes, we're going to replay here. Let's go to replay, Kyle. Just left of the screen there.
Left of the screen. Yeah, just the rear tire getting caught into the 69 of Lloyd Rawlings. That's Shaw Jr. getting caught up in the back end of Rawlings there, and causing them both to spin around a bit.
Lloyd looked really racy. He looked really racy in the 69. I know he was telling me at the drivers meeting. Remember we were talking about Rawlings. Lloyd and his wife watched the replays on Rogers TV on Saturday mornings, and I suggested, well, we might as well just have a coffee and watch the race. So he told me at the drivers meeting tonight, hey, my wife loved what you guys talked about last week. We did watch last week's race Saturday morning with coffee.
There you go.
So that's great. Thank you to the Rawlings family for sure.
Exactly. It's always nice to see. There's Rawlings coming back. A little bit of damage to the what would be the passenger side of his car, but doesn't look like it's going to keep him from racing. A little dented, but hey, as long as you're back out on the track and able to go fast, let's get the car back out there.
We got one lap complete here. Late model heat race number 1. Jesse Kennedy at the point. Peyton Jacobs outside row 1. Then it's Tom Zagarani, Steve Aaron, Ron Beauchamp Jr. The 7 is Caleb Wood. The 11, Jason Lidster. The 22, there you see Scotty Mackey waving the white flag. Marshall Schrenk in the 22. The 96 is Mark Jacobs. The 9, Steve Shaw Jr. The 69 shotgun on the field right now because of the caution car, Lloyd Rawlings.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with Lloyd. As you mentioned, Chris, he did look fast and looked real racy out to start this race, but that'll put him to the back of the field. If he continues to be as fast as he has been, he'll see himself back into the mix here in no time.
Field comes out of turn 4. Jesse Kennedy at the point. Looking to the flag stand for green. We got it. We're racing with the late model. Side by side into turn 1. Jacobs on the outside. Kennedy on the inside. Kennedy will grab the lead as the field roars down the back. Kennedy, Jacobs, Zagarani inside of Aaron for third spot as the field comes out of turn 4.
Yeah, Peyton Jacobs gets a little high on the corner here, but we see Rawlings back into the pit there as Kennedy is now widening his lead at the backstretch.
Peyton Jacobs up to second spot. Zagarani and Steve Aaron still side by side for third. Then it's Beauchamp Jr., Wood, Schrank, Lidster, Mark Jacobs, and Steve Shaw Jr. Field out of turn 2, down the back, the 10 of Jesse Kennedy stretching his legs. Out to about a 15-car length lead now over the 5 of Peyton Jacobs. There you see Jacobs in the 5, the 17 Zagarani, the 37 Steve Aaron. 6 laps to go.
Yeah, as we see Peyton Jacobs coming out of turn 4 every time, getting high as the cars are now making the pass here down the backstretch.
Yeah, Zagarani to the inside of the 5 of Jacobs for second spot. Almost a half straightaway behind the leader, Jesse Kennedy. They're all stacked up from second on back.
Yeah, the race is going to be now for second spot as Peyton Jacobs is dropping a few. That's the 17 of Zagarani. He gets into second position.
Yep, 37 is Steve Aaron up to third. Jacobs caught on the high side. Ron Beauchamp Jr. will follow Steve Aaron up to fourth. As we have 4 laps to go in this heat race number 1 for the late models. Kennedy way out in front. Zagarani to second, Aaron to third, Beauchamp Jr. to fourth. Then it's Wood, Mark Jacobs. Peyton Jacobs is slow and off the pace. Out of turn 4, the 5 car really slowed down the front stretch, almost coming to a complete stop here. Wow, what's going on? The 5 has lost power. 5 has lost power. Here comes the field, and we're going caution. Caution on the speedway. And a great call by the flagman Scotty Mackey. The field saw that caution late, but they get it slowed down. Great call by Scott Mackey, even showing the fans here in the stands. He pointed to the 5 car before he blew the yellow flag out, and we're cautioned on the speedway as the 5 of Peyton Jacobs looks like she just lost power.
Yeah, she lost complete power there. And like you said, Scott Mackey had that yellow flag waving feverishly to make sure that the field saw that and was able to get to the high side and not cause a wreck here, because that's just, if you want a lack of a better term, a sitting duck is Peyton Jacobs there if the field doesn't see her. And that could have been messy, but good job, like you said, on the part of flagman Mackey there.
Yep. As Jason Litster in the pits come in for a quick consultation. Down and away is the 11 car, and he'll re-enter pit road and re-enter this heat race with 3 laps to go.
Yeah, we'll see if Peyton Jacobs can get her machine jump-started again, as she's getting pushed around the track here to her pit stall on the lower side. We'll see if her crew can figure out the issue and see if that machine can get powered back up and either out for the remaining 3 laps or say, hey, heck with this heat race. We'll start in the feature wherever we have to based on the heat race.
We just put out the bat symbol. I don't know what it's called for Rogers TV. We put a symbol in the sky over turn 4. Apparently Joy Langdon is on the way. So we should have a report here from the Peyton Jacobs pit, possibly, very shortly.
Good on Joey Langdon there, the pit reporter for us here on Rogers TV.
We should get him a Rogers TV golf cart.
Yeah,
when I worked here, I used the golf cart because I was the only pit reporter. So going from turn 1 to turn 3, for example, quickly, you know, I'm not as quick a foot as I used to be back in the day, which was 40 years ago, but you know what I mean?
We have a look from
Let's get him a Rogers TV.
Yeah, we have a look of the over-the-shoulder camera there. They're working on the Peyton Jacobs machine as we get under the hood there, seeing what's going on. But see if their crew is able to get that machine back up and running. Still under caution here on the Speedway. We're going to have 3 to go once green flag is back up in the air, Chris.
I think our station manager is still here. Maybe we can look into a sponsorship for a Rogers TV golf cart. I'm still on that golf cart.
Yeah, golf cart, yeah.
Can you tell?
Yeah, that...
we got to get Joey lightning fast wheels over there. But he does a great job nonetheless. Him and his camera... He has a different camera personnel every week, but they do a fantastic job. Coming to the green, 3 to go, late model, heat race number 1. Zagarani with a huge jump. And Zagarani surprises Jesse Kennedy to the lead out of turn 2.
That was a huge jump by Zagarani.
Oh, Kennedy's in trouble.
And Kennedy is
are we
falling
cautioned?
back.
We are cautioned. What are we missing here? I don't see anything in turns 1 and 2, Kyle, but you know what? That's a foul restart. That's what that is.
Zagarani.
Look at Scott Mackey, black flag in the air. Or is it a warning? It is a warning to the 17 of Tom Zagarani. That's why we went caution.
Jump to start there.
Scotty didn't like the start, said, no, we're doing it again.
Yes, as we see that yellow, if we can get a look at it from our cameras, there's that yellow stripe out of turn 4. That is where you're able to mash the gas. Zagarani was just a sliver before that, and he was way ahead of Jesse Kennedy on that restart. We get a good shot of that.
Yeah, it's a yellow strip.
Just yellow strip.
Yeah.
Just out of turn 4, and so it'll be under caution, and we'll get a restart again. Jesse Kennedy's back in the pits here as he entered.
Oh wow! Yeah, the leader in the pits. And let's go trackside for a report on Peyton Jacobs. Joey?
Hey, I'm down here with Peyton Jacobs. Peyton, you had a great run going. It all fell apart. What happened there?
It's too bad. We've had the best run ever since in the last 3 weeks we've had issues. And of course, again tonight, it looks like the fuel pump, no gas getting to the engine. So maybe we'll be able to fix it for the feature because we had a great car. So hoping for the best.
Yeah, you guys have a great car going. What are the odds do you think you're going to be able to run the feature? Because that's a couple weeks in a row that you've had issues.
I know. Honestly, we're just speculating that it's the fuel pump right now. So not sure of the odds. We got to actually narrow it down to what it really is. But I'm really hoping the car's great. So hopefully we run the feature.
All right, well, good luck then.
Thanks, have a good night.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Joey, and thank you, Peyton. White flag on the Speedway. Jesse Kennedy in his pit stall, just on the turn 2 side of Tech Garage, and he was the leader, and he's out of the car because the helmet is on top of the car, Kyle, so something wrong with the 10 car, and he was leading, so something pretty big there.
Yeah, and because He was in one of the front pits when I saw his car. Now, yeah, he's right parked by his trailer. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but we're going to get back to green flag racing here. Zagarodny again matching the gas on the green flag. See if flagman Mackey likes that one.
Well, Zagarodny for sure gets the lead that time, but he might lose it because Kennedy's off the track. And Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. charges on the high side. Down the back, trying to pitch Zagarodny down. They'll go almost side by side for the lead. Ron Beauchamp Jr. to the lead.
Beauchamp Jr. there. 2 to go in this heat race, as we're still in heat race number 1 for the late model division. Now it's Beauchamp Jr. He's in first, and Zagarodny gets passed by the number 7 car of Caleb Wood, as Zagarodny is trying to keep close.
Final lap here, late model heat race number 1. Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. out front in the 60 machine. Zagarodny falls back. It's now Caleb Wood up to second. Zagarodny under attack from the 31 of Steve Aaron. Out of turn 4, Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. checker flag in the air. And he'll take it. Caleb Wood second, Aaron third, Zagarodny fourth. Then it's the 22 of Schrank. Then Jason Litzter, the 9 of Shaw Jr. and Mark Jacobs. That's your finishing order for late model heat race number 1. As the 60 of Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. comes around to Victory Lane for a quick little photo op. There is your heat race winner for the late models. When we come back, late model heat race number 2. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Motorists across Ontario trust Oil Guard Formula 2 No Drip for proven rust protection. Oil Guard has been road tested against Ontario winters by hundreds of thousands of vehicle owners just like you. Oil Guard knows how to help you duck the rust.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Mario Elia, and I'm the host of a new show here on Rogers TV that we're calling Keeping London Healthy with Dr. Mario. So tune in Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. and we'll see you then.
My name's Ranger M, and I work at Catfish Creek Conservation Authority. I'm the community outreach technician, and that means I do a lot of this, chatting about all things nature and conservation with kids, adults, teachers, everyone. I love to knowledge share, and that's just what I'm going to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Just a small shot of the hundreds and hundreds of fans here on a gorgeous Friday night at Delaware Speedway. Chris Soares at Kyle Friel Tower. And we have Joey Langdon trackside, hoping he can maybe speak with Jesse Kennedy, because Kyle Kennedy is cleaning up his pit road stall.
Yeah, I was saying to you during the break there that as the first heat race was finishing, I saw Jesse walking towards his pit stall here, and he was packing up the jacks, putting them in, and closing his toolbox up. And if we got word.
Yes, we don't have Jesse, but we have a report from Joey Langdon trackside.
Hey guys, so I'm over at Jesse Kennedy's pit stall, and there's nobody over here because he went back to his garage area, and he said what happened is it's so hot here that his ignition just went kaput because it's so hot, everything in the car overheated. And I can tell you, however hot it is up there, down here on trackside, especially the parts of the track where there's no shade, it's really hot. And the cars, not just the drivers, not just the tires, but the cars themselves are really feeling it. Back to you guys.
Yeah, and when the track is really hot, Joey, it is slick. It's tough to have grip. When that sun goes down, which looks like it might go down in about 20 minutes down under the horizon, the track is completely almost in shade right now. Just turn 4. And a little bit of the front stretch is now in the sun. The rest is shaded. So when that track cools off, Kyle, you're going to gain grip. But when it's hot and sticky and humid and the sun's beating down on this half mile, it takes a toll on the driving conditions, but it also takes a toll on the drivers in the cockpit.
Most definitely. As we heard, the car just overheated and wasn't responding well. So tough break for Jesse as he looked real fast in that heat race, able to take the lead. And I was wondering, because when he did go off the track, it wasn't like he went right to his pit stall. He kind of went in, out of turn 3, and through the infield where the rest of the bone stocks are, right to his trailer. So that was a cause for concern, obviously, right there. But we're getting ready for heat race number 2 in this late model division here, getting ready for the green flag.
Out of turn 4, green flag in the air. We're racing with the late models. It's the 45 Barry Watson on the inside. It's the 38 Agent Jake Hooker on the outside, side by side, down the back. Hooker looked impressive. His first time here at Delaware Speedway. This is his sophomore appearance, and he wants the lead out of turn 4.
Yeah, he's making a real charge for the lead, and he has the lead after the first lap, 9 to go here on the half mile.
So it's Hooker out front, Watson falling into the clutches of the 77 at Darrell Lake. Then it's Connor Pritical, Matt Robley, Morneau, Chapman, Kyle Steckley, Martin in traffic, Patrick Field back there as well, and Cole Powell.
The 45 of Barry Watson, he fell out of contention real quick. As we get here, Darrell Lake and Connor Pritico battling for second and third.
Yeah, it's Watson Mart on the high side. He got Cole Powell trapped behind him. It's Hooker out front. Here comes Connor Pritico to the inside of the 77 of Darrell Lake, and Darrell will shut the door into turn 1.
Yeah, great defensive maneuver there for Darrell Lake, as now they go down the backstretch on the high side. Pritico maybe going to try and go on the inside and make a pass.
Yeah, Robley looks to the outside of the Pritico 19 to no avail, and lost some track position. Almost gave up a spot to Ray Morneau. Here's Pritico. He makes the pass on Darrell Lake for second spot and made it pretty fast and pretty clean. Nose to tail, second on back, down the back.
Yeah, that second through the rest of the field is nose to tail as Jake Hooker, the 38H, is winding up his lead.
Connor Pritico just turned his fastest lap of the heat, 18.684. Connor Pritico is coming to the front. Hooker will be your leader out of turn 4. 4 to go this time by. Connor Pritico, Darrell Lake, Matt Robley, Ray Morneau, Kyle Steckley, winner of 3 features in the last week, or no, 2 weeks, because he did a doubleheader. He's all the way up now to 6th. 3 to go this time by for the 38 of Jake Hooker. Leading this heat model. The heat's getting to me, Kyle. The late model heat race number 2. Connor Pritico is indeed bridging that gap from 3rd to the leader. The 19 is coming.
As we see here, it's Darrell Lake on the outside. Matt Robley in the 51 machine is trying to make the pass on the inside. He just might do it coming out of turn 1.
Yeah, here's the key for Lake. Now you're in trouble because you got nose to tail on the inside behind the 51. Morneau's there, Steckley's there.
Robley turn!
Robley around in turns 3 and 4. Caution on the speedway in late model heat race number 2 with 2 laps to go. I saw that late. Did he just lose the back end or was he touched? Did you see it? Here's the replay, Kyle.
Here's the replay here. I don't know if him and Lake made contact or not.
Oh, he went in too hot.
He went in too hot out into turn 3 coming out of it and just lost control and spun out there, causing this caution as we see him getting up and chasing to the back of the field. Yeah. We'll have 2 to go here once we get back to green flag racing, Chris.
Went in too hot into corner entry, turn 3, lost the back end on that 51. So he's the caution car. He'll go to the back. Connor Pritico up to 2nd spot. Jake Hooker's your leader. Then it's Pritico, Lake, Morneau, Steckley, Chapman, Friel, Powell, Watson, Matt Pritico, and the 51 of Matt Robley with 2 to go.
Yeah, pretty decent heat race here for the late models, the first round. As we see, we got to look at Jake Hooker here and the top 3 of Hooker, Pritico, and Lake. As you mentioned here, the
Connor Pritico looks fast too.
Yeah, Pritico is looking fast, and you did mention it's a sophomore race for Hooker here on Delaware at Delaware Speedway. So good to see him out and making good on his second appearance here at the half mile.
So they'll get asked to double up here at the stripe. Lights off the pace car. Or sorry, I see the track lights on. I thought the pace car, yeah, the pace car lights are still on. So we'll do at least one more here with 2 to go. Late model heat race number 2. as the sun continues to go down here at Delaware Speedway, and the track almost completely in shade. Just the middle of turn 4 to just past the stripe. There you see a good picture there. Turn 4, left side at the top of the track there, still in a little bit of sunshine, and down to just past the start-finish line. And you see the stands are still in sunshine as well, but down at trackside, 3/4 of this track now in the shade, which is going to cool off the track a little bit as we get white flag on the speedway. There you see Scott Mackey delivering the white flag. 2 laps to go here when we go back to green.
Getting word here too, the 21 car on the track is the one of Dustin Hardy, not Matt Pritico.
Okay, it's not Matt this week?
No, it's not Matt. Pritico would be the 21M. It's just the normal 21 of Dustin Hardy is the word we're getting here. But
thank you so much.
Nonetheless, thank you. That's Jordan Mosley giving me the message. So he's here doing the track reporting for Delaware Speedway. Always good to have help from the Delaware crew as we all try and help each other out in the broadcasting field.
Getting set for the restart here. 2 to go. Connor Pritico inside, but Hooker took the outside as the leader. And we are racing with the late models. 2 laps to go. Hooker gets the jump. Pritico to the inside. Morneau challenging on the outside. Then it's Lake and Kyle Steckley in tow. Down the back, nose to tail. All the field except for the very last 2 cars are nose to tail. White flag this time by Hooker at the point.
This will be a good finish here. 1 to go as everybody, like you said, Chris, is nose to tail with the last lap commencing right now.
Jake Hooker trying to protect the lead. Connor Pritico right there looking to grab it through turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. It's going to be Jake Hooker. Checkered flag followed by Pritico, Morneau, Lake, Steckley, Chapman, Cole Powell, Patrick Friel, Watson, Robley, and then the 21 of Dustin Hardy out of Appin, Ontario, will come home at the back of the field. And Jake Hooker will come around. There you see the white 38 to stop at Victory Lane for a photo op. And now we're just waiting to find out if we're going to have first of all, a bone stock last chance qualifier, and B, if we are having one, when is it coming? Let's go trackside to Joey Langdon. Joey?
Hey guys, asked and answered. No, we are not doing a last chance qualifier. They've waived it. Everyone's going to make the feature. Every single car, including the cars that spun out, are going to get a chance in the last chance, or going to get a chance. No last chance qualifier, just straight to the feature. So there's been some murmurs in the pit lane. Some people are happy, some people are not, but big field coming up for the feature race.
That's great. It's like he can hear us. It's like he can hear us when we're talking. Hey, asked and answered.
Exactly. There you go.
All right. When we come back, we'll have a quick little intermission here at the half mile as the fans stretch their legs a little bit. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Oil Guard's Formula 2 No Drip stays where the technician puts it, protecting your car or truck from the ravages of rust. With no messy residue on your driveway or garage floor, Oil Guard Formula 2 No Drip is proven rust protection you can trust.
Rogers TV has given me a ton of opportunities, including meeting new people, getting involved in my local community, and trying a ton of variety of different production roles, such as graphics, camera, and audio.
Do you have something to share? Let everyone know about your next meeting, your need for volunteers, or your fundraising event on the Rogers TV Community Billboard. Send us your words and we'll bring them to life on Rogers TV and rogerstv.com. When it's time to spread the word, go to rogerstv.com to add your announcement to the Community Billboard.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. In the intermission right now, but earlier today during practice, so it is a little loud, we apologize for the audio, I had a chance to go one-on-one with Rogers TV station manager Jeremy Parkin. We talked about a couple things, including volunteering and racing here at Delaware Speedway. Here's that interview for you now. Here with Jeremy Parkin, station manager for Rogers TV. And thanks for joining us tonight. A couple of things you wanted to touch on. First off, volunteering with Rogers TV. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things that not a lot of people realize is that the majority of our positions that we do when we're covering racing, when we're covering London Nights, when we're doing all of our studio shows, those are all volunteers. You know, there's 1 or 2 paid staff that are on our production, but the rest of it is all done by volunteers. So these are people that are just interested in television and they want to give it a shot. So we bring them in, we do all the training. There's no experience necessary. You come out, we train you up, we make sure you can do camera, audio, graphics, run the gamut of it. We make sure that you can do it, and then you get to come out and you test it out. And we need more. We need as many volunteers as we can get these days because, you know, COVID had a big effect on us.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have the same number of volunteers. We don't have the same number of volunteers as we did 2 or 3 years ago. So we're doing a big push. So anyone out there that's watching this and you're interested in television, rogerstv.com /volunteer, fill out the application and we'll be in touch to get you signed up.
Just looking for volunteers in the truck and behind the camera or in front of the camera like we sit right now?
Everything. You can do it all. So you could be in Chris's chair next year, calling races.
Wait, what are you saying?
No. I'm just, yeah, you could call races at Delaware Speedway. You could do, if you're interested in commentating sports, we're interested in having you. The other thing is, host your own show. You've got an idea for a show in Strathroy, St. Thomas, London, Woodstock, Tillsonburg, wherever. Pitch your idea to us. We'll partner with you. We'll see if we can get that done and get it on the air, and you could be a TV star just like Chris.
Yeah, perfect example. Later this year, I approached Jeremy last year, said, hey, I want to put together a municipal election debate in Strathroy. He says, let's do it. So we're already in plans to putting that together with the candidates, all that, but that's a perfect example right there. As far as being here at Delaware Speedway, second season now for Rogers TV, your thoughts on being here?
This has just been unbelievable for us. You know, this is, as you said, second year, and it's bigger and better this year. Happy to have Oil Guard on board as our title sponsor this year. You know, I think the coverage is great, and it's showcasing it across the board. Our YouTube channel on Rogers TV, Rogers TV's YouTube channel has been blowing up because of Delaware Speedway.
That's great.
We're getting 3,000-4,000 views each race, and that's phenomenal for us. So, you know what, the partnership's great. They're phenomenal to work with, and where else would you rather be on a Friday night than here at the racetrack?
Absolutely. Jeremy Parkin, station manager, Rogers TV. One more last website spot to find volunteering.
Yeah, rogerstv.com/volunteering. There's an application form. Fill it out, and we'll be in touch.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks so much.
Welcome. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. We'll send it down trackside as Joey Langdon has an interview.
Hi guys, I'm down here with Phil Gibbons. Phil, your highest ever points standing at Delaware. You're fighting Jeremiah Rabideau for the championship now. How does that feel?
It's pretty good. You know, Chris at BT Racing, he gives me a good car, and it's been working out to our advantage, obviously, but I don't know what we can do to catch that 5 car.
Well, we saw last week Joe Lawrence, who was second before you were. He ended up taking a penalty. So there's no gap that's impossible to make up, but it's going to be a hard road. Do you have any strategy? You got 7 teammates in the future, so...
You know what, it's just Chris won a championship with top 5s last year, and that's what we're going for is top 5s. And yeah, we're just out here having fun. You know what, come down here and race at Delaware Speedway. It's can't ask for a better time.
All right, well, good luck in the future.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Joey. We'll be right back with feature racing here at Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Blow out all candles before you leave the room or go to bed.
Never leave a burning candle unattended.
When you go out, don't forget to blow out.
Favorite part of volunteering at Rogers has been picking up new tech skills like running cameras or graphics and getting to volunteer with and meet people in a super fun sports-based environment.
Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m., it's the RTV quiz. Giovanni Petiti hosts a weekly trivia competition that lets you play from the comfort of your couch. Play along at home and challenge your friends. And don't forget to follow along on social media. Let us know who's top of trivia, and you can find yourself featured on a future episode.
Are you kidding me, folks?
The RTV Quiz, Wednesday nights at 7:30 p.m. on Rogers TV or at rogerstv.com/RTV Quiz.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Thanks again to Station Manager Jeremy Parkin for talking with us earlier tonight about the volunteering. And you touched on it, Kyle Friel, right off the top of this broadcast. A lot of the stuff that we do here on Rogers TV, Delaware Speedway Racing, London Nationals hockey, London Knights hockey, Santa Claus Parade, elections. We have a municipal election coming up in October this year. There are going to be a lot of debates covered by Rogers TV. That doesn't happen without volunteers. 95% volunteers, as Jeremy said earlier, 5% paid employees, but 95% of the roster here is volunteers.
Exactly. So whether that be high school students or college students looking to gain that valuable work experience to be able to put on their resume for when they're done and looking for a job in the field, that they have, hey, look, I volunteered, I put in my time, I paid my dues volunteering, so I have the skills and the knowledge to go and make sure they can do the best job possible wherever they go, whether that be radio, TV, anything like that. So it's always nice to see the volunteers come out, and like I said, without them, this broadcast doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's right. And speaking of paid employees, are you still negotiating your contract?
Yeah, I'm talking with Scotty, but it's a little stalled here. It's like free agency in hockey, right? A little bit of give, a little bit of take.
When's the Rogers TV trade deadline?
Yeah, we'll still have to work out those dates, but nonetheless.
Let's go trackside to Joey.
Hey guys, I'm here with Steve Arend in the 37 car late model. It's hot out. How does that feel to drive in this heat in the car like this?
Well, once you get moving, it doesn't seem to bother you. But for the feature, since it's for the heat race, it wasn't too bad. But for the feature, I got a cool suit that's gonna pump water, cold water all the way through, and hopefully it's gonna keep me cool for the feature.
I imagine not everyone has that, so is that an advantage going into the feature with it?
Yeah, feeling better, being able to stay calm and cool, it's gonna pay dividends later on.
So what's your strategy in the feature? I haven't seen the board yet, so I don't know where you're starting, but...
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna go to the front as far as we can get.
All right, sounds good. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Joey, thank you so much. And the driver of the 37 late model, Steve Arend, and the late models, they continue to be a nice show here at Delaware Speedway.
Yeah, exactly. The late models are one of the features that I look forward to seeing every Friday that they're here. And that's not to take away from the other divisions. The other divisions are nice to watch, the bone stocks, because the field is just so big, you don't know what's going to happen from week to week. And then you got the V8 stocks that are here tonight, so they're a bit of a smaller field, but it's going to be interesting to see with that time rule like we talked about and the cars that can be added to the division. It'll be interesting to see what kind of competition comes in that way. Yeah. And then also the super stocks are also fun to watch.
When we come back from break, because we're still a few minutes away from feature race, when I come back for a break, I want to talk to you about the bone stock feature that's coming up, but we'll pause for a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll talk bone stock feature. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Motorists across Ontario trust Oil Guard Formula 2 No Drip for proven rust protection. Oil Guard has been road tested against Ontario winters by hundreds of thousands of vehicle owners just like you. Oil Guard knows how to help you duck the rust.
For over 50 years, White's Rental has been providing local contractors and members of the DIY crowd with professional quality lawn and garden tools, aerial lifts, and construction equipment. White's Rental, we have the right equipment to make your project easier.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports Pack. For only $35.95 a month, Rogers customers get all this for one all-inclusive price. Order using your remote starting on channel 431 or visit Rogers.com today.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. There you see part of the late model pit area. I think that's the 17, Tommy Zangarati. There's Zangarati to the left in the lime green and black driver's suit. One of his crew members under the hood of the 17. Chris Soares, Kyle Friel, top of the track here. Joy Langdon trackside. I wanted to talk to you about the bone stock features. So the decision has been made. No last chance qualifier tonight. There was one last week. Tonight there's not. Some drivers not happy with that. Obviously the drivers who are were going to be in the LCQ are happy they don't have to run the LCQ. So where do you stand here? A driver who's already made it to the feature, now everybody's in on the feature, which could be trouble, maybe with back marker traffic or whatnot. So should you be upset, or should you just say, hey, let's just go racing?
It's tough. Obviously, if you're one of the top drivers that is trying to win a championship here, then yeah, you might be a little hot under the collar, because now you're just going to have that traffic to contend with to either make your way to the front or stay at the front.
Right.
But yeah, I got everybody else that's trying to chase for points. Hey, why not, right? If you're able to make the feature race without the last chance qualifier, be excited and be ready to race, and don't be too aggressive off the start, because it's going to be a lot of cars for quite a few laps. But nonetheless, we're going to see a big field here on a half mile.
There you see some of the bone stocks getting set on pit road into the lineup. That's the 32 of Sean Fusil, the 42 Jason Craig. There's the 22F, I believe, of Jordan Fiddler, the 88 of Katie Starrett. They're all getting lined up here, so we're just moments away from the feature. DelawareSpeedway.com, race fans, for ticket information. Lots of things to do here, especially on the specialty nights as well here at the half mile. It's a great venue, great atmosphere for the family. Let's go trackside for another report with Joy Langdon.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Jaden Chapman. And Jaden, we talked a couple weeks ago. You said racing for wins, that's all you're doing out here. You just told me something interesting though. Change in mindset. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, we've been so obsessed with getting the car put back together and getting enough frustrated because the car's not performing the way we want it to, and we realized we forgot the biggest thing about grassroots racing, and that's coming out and having fun with friends and family and everybody around the track. So we're going to get back to our grassroots here of just having fun at the Speedway, and whatever result comes. We're not going to get upset about. We want to make sure we have fun tonight.
So another thing you told me, which you had an incident in practice, correct?
Correct.
And in order to fix it, you didn't have the parts here. You sent someone off to the shop, and they came back in time and got it fixed for the heat.
Yeah, we had a right front tire blow out in practice, and I think we were P1 at the time, and hit the wall, and it ground our sway bar arm right off of the car. And we're lucky enough that we had Matt from McCall Racing. He ran back to the shop and built me a new sway bar arm, and just before the heat race, we got it on just in time to go out.
Kyle Steckley's kind of the chase right now. He's been in front of the late models for a lot of the season. He's running for the championship. You were battling him for a lot of that heat race. Does that bode well for the feature?
It does feel quite well to go in the feature like that, so we're just going to keep digging and keep our heads held high and just have fun.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Joy and Jane Chapman. If you saw there on the screen to the right, drivers need to stay hydrated, and they need to stay healthy, especially in hot conditions like that. You saw the display there of watermelon and melon there with a little bit of dip. Getting a little hungry here as we go to break. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
When you choose Pizza Hut, you're supporting a local, family-owned and operated business. We've been serving our community for over 35 years and take great pride in what we do. From our family to yours, thank you for choosing Pizza Hut and supporting local.
In the family with addiction, the person with the addiction becomes front, center all the time.
Addiction and substance use affects all the layers of our society.
Everything was about trying to out him and fix him, and I was just done.
I always felt kind of different. I never felt the same as other people.
Join addictions counselor Dean Anderson for Invisible, Breaking Through the Stigma of Addiction, on Rogers TV.
Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. I know that person, Kyle. Bet you can't pick out which one. I know. Actually, I just for the fun of it, I know 5 people. Anyways, that's just part of the crowd here. DelawareSpeedway.com, race fans. Chris Orris, Kyle Friel. DelawareSpeedway.com for ticket information. Great family atmosphere here. You can camp in the back field behind the back stretch with your paid admission to the races. Camping comes along with that. There you see 3 of the guests here this weekend. Usually gets really, really busy on those 2-day events here at Delaware Speedway. If you are looking to try out Delaware Speedway and race around this track just with your normal car, next Friday night, King of the Hill returns to the Delaware Half Mile. Kyle, that is a treat.
No, King of the Hill, it's like you said, it is a treat. It's a spectacle to watch for these drivers that come in, like you said, in their street car. No, just what you have is what you drive. You get a helmet, and you have 1 lap around the half mile here, and if you win, you keep going. If you lose, you go home.
Yep, head to head. Let's go trackside of joy.
Hey guys, so I'm over at the number 5 car, Peyton Jacobs, and so we figured out what the issue was. The number 5, it was the fuel pump just completely broke. They were able to borrow a new one from the 37 team, and I talked to Peyton Jacobs. They said, we know how to fix it. We know it can be fixed. The only enemy right now is time. Can we get it fixed before the feature? They're really optimistic right now, and Peyton said, this is the quickest car I've had all year. If we get it fixed, we can race for the win. But the only enemy right now is time. So back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Joy. Well, she's got 50 green flag laps, plus any caution laps, plus when we get the bone stocks started. They are lining up on pit road, as you see right there, getting set for their 25-lap feature. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Top to bottom, no drip rust protection at Oil Guard goes right to where your car or truck needs it most. From the engine compartment to the door panels, and 8 points in between, Oil Guard has you covered. One Oil Guard treatment will help you duck the rust for 1 full year.
Hi everyone, my name's Ranger M. I love to knowledge share, and that's just what I'm going to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
Hi, I'm Melissa Yee, Community Engagement Specialist at Rogers TV. Volunteering at Rogers TV during my high school years provided a great opportunity for me to learn on-air reporting and writing, which helped me get into the college I wanted with that experience. The skills I learned while volunteering at Rogers TV were invaluable, and it has now led me down my career path of now overseeing the volunteer program at Rogers TV.
Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV. There you are. Can you see? Oh, there's my hand, Kyle.
Yeah,
see it? Oh, no, the camera. There we go. See, right up top. Top of the screen, there's my hand. That's where Kyle Friel and myself are sitting. Kyle, why don't you stand up and lean over? Oh, there. Oh, you went right to us after that. Hey,
right to us.
Good evening. Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. We are just minutes away now for the bone stock feature. 25 laps set. Then we'll do 25 laps of the V8 stocks, and then 35 laps for the late models. Cal Friel, before we get going with the feature race, give us your thoughts on the heat races thus far.
Well, the heat races were something to watch, as like we mentioned, the bone stocks here. A couple of different changes here. Drivers driving with different numbers, so they're helping some other drivers out that might not be able to drive, as it was the 03.
Yeah, the Langford machine blew up.
Yeah, in practice. So that's unfortunate there, but another driver is able to step up and help him out. We get a look here at pit row. I was saying during the break here that the pit lane here, the pit road, looks like the 401 after an accident with all the backed up traffic, as we got the bone stock cars trying to line up in position to get out on the track, plus all the late model cars that are in their pit stalls getting worked on for their feature race. So it's just a lot of pandemonium.
401 was a little backed up today, where the 401 peels off to the 402 there wasn't anything there. It was like it was stopped traffic for a kilometer, and we finally get going, and there was nothing there. There was no construction. There was no accident. It was hashtag rubberneck time, apparently. But but that pit road does look like the 401 all jammed up on a traffic jam. So we're talking about King of the Hill next week. Plus we have I believe the late models are back in action. The Super Stocks return next week, 7:30 race time. If you can't make it here, obviously tune into Rogers TV. We'll have that broadcast for you next week. But yeah, the King of the Hill, if you want to just bring your normal car in, I think you pay a small little fee at the back gate, and that goes towards charity. They run a King of the Hill once a month here at Delaware Speedway, and it's mono versus mono, or lady versus lady, 1 versus 1, and if you win, you continue on. If you lose, you're gone, and if you're the last car rolling, you win.
Exactly, and I believe it's a once-a-month thing.
Yeah.
And then is there like a championship tournament type of thing at the end of the season for all the winners?
You know what? I don't know. I know the last year I worked here, the final King of the Hill of the season there was a trophy, and there was money involved, and I don't know what the payout is for the King of the Hill, the regular King of the Hill, but they might have a big one at the end of the year. But yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff in King of the Hills of the past. Cars hitting walls, like seriously, regular street cars losing it in the corner and hitting the wall here at Delaware Speedway, which the crowd obviously loves, but the owner behind the wheel, not too much.
Well, exactly. Just think of a situation here. A husband comes out on a Friday night to watch the race. He's like, I'm going to try this out. And wrecks the car and has to go home and tell the wife.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, we need to go car shopping this weekend.
I'll give you, before we go down to Joy, I'll give you one better. The wife is here, and the husband goes, honey, I want to try this King of the Hill. Okay, but you better not put a scratch in that car, and then that happens. Let's go trackside to Joy Langdon.
Hey guys, not quite trackside. I just got my drink, but I just wanted to show off the canteen in here because Chris Soares was a big fan of it, so I wanted to show it off. Delaware Raceway Food Services, 100% of the proceeds go to charity, and delicious hamburgers, some fries. I saw Fiddler a second ago walking away with some onion rings, said they were very hot, very tasty. Just wanted to show it off. This is the exclusive drivers and staff restaurant down here. All of the proceeds go to charity. So just wanted to quickly show them making the food for the drivers.
Yep, all the proceeds going to St. Anne's Charities, and thank you so much for the volunteers working the tech garage canteen area. Also the people working up here on the concourse. Yeah, it is delicious food. So if you are here with the family or whatnot, help support the charities and have yourself a nice dinner here before racing starts on a Friday night.
Exactly. We get the privilege of indulging in some of the food here. Hamburgers are great. The fries are always nice, fresh, and hot.
Fries are really good, man.
Yeah, the fries are so good here.
Like, I shouldn't be eating fries, Kyle, but I don't want to upset the staff at Rogers TV who give me that card. So I have the fries.
Exactly.
So I'm going to blame Rogers TV on that.
Oh, yeah, exactly, right? It's that pass the buck mentality. Hey, but hey, nonetheless, we got to have some fun here on the broadcast. Yeah. And as we still sit with the yellow lights flashing here on the Speedway, we're going to go to break here. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Be distracted and leave your cooking unattended.
Stand by your pan and look while you cook.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Mario Elia, and I'm the host of a new show here on Rogers TV that we're calling Keeping London Healthy with Dr. Mario. So tune in Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. and we'll see you then.
Hi, I'm Dan Mailer. I'm the host of London Lights, the show where we talk about notable Londoners who have made a big mark, a big impact on the world of music, entertainment, sports, politics. Today our guest is Jonathan Hollow, Yuri Poole of the McCartney years, the one and only Jim Chapman, Peter Brennan of Jeans and Classics fame. London Lights, Thursday at 8:30.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. That's a great shot. That's from the tower camera, which is on the other side of the scorer's booth from where we are sitting. That's looking to corner number 1 and the food convenient canteen up here on the concourse. And you saw lots of people, lots of different ages of people, lots of kids. It is a family atmosphere here at Delaware Speedway.
Yeah, exactly. I know in the turn 1 corner, my daughter is enjoying the racetrack. Going to cheer on her Uncle Patrick in the late model feature. We get a look there. Hey, all the families out there, young kids, got the earmuffs on to protect the ears. Because,
and a little back scratch going on there for Dad.
Exactly. Hey, gotta keep Dad happy at the racetrack.
Yep, that's the hill in turn 1. There you see the souvenir shop behind the stands there. And there you see one of the food trucks here on the concourse. That's looking towards turn 1 as well, as the crowd is patient here, waiting for the bone stocks to start. I just, when we went to commercial, I did touch base with one of the scorers here at the Speedway, just inquiry what's going on with the bone stock feature, why we're not going, and they didn't know. So not quite sure what's going on here. I see a few bone stocks still in the infield, but they're all lined up ready to come out on the pit road through the turn 4 entrance. So hopefully we'll get started soon. Let's go trackside to Joey Langdon.
Hey guys, so the number 9 car, the reason they hadn't gone yet is because not every car was ready. The number 9 car, the inner tire rod was broken, and they just got it fixed. And when I say just got it fixed, I mean a minute ago they just got it fixed. Now I believe every car is up and running. I'm walking around right now trying to see if that's not the case, but as far as I can tell, just now, every single car is now ready.
All right, thank you, Joey. I do see in the infield at turn 4, we have cars that are pointed to come out. I think one car might not make the call. I can't see the number. Orange and white car pitted in turn number 3. I think everyone else is going to be coming out, so they're going to have a huge field for this bone stock feature, Kyle.
Yeah, I think that orange and white 03 is that.
That is the Langford. That's right. Good call on that.
Machine. That's the one that blew up in practice. So yes,
good call, Kyle. Well done.
That'll be staying there.
Looks in pretty good condition too. Just a blown motor. Doesn't look like a scratch on it from a bone stock standpoint. But the 03 now running on the 54 car for points. As the cars are on the track, my goodness, this is going to be a great big field here. No last chance qualifier for the bone stocks tonight, race fans. Everybody making the show.
Yeah, making the show is correct as we get ready. And usually you see the cars trying to gain some speed, wear the tires in and stuff like that. But with a field this big on a half mile, you can't really get that warm-up speed as fast as you want here. But let's see, what is it?
Sean Fusil's going to have the pole.
We got 38.
Wow,
38 cars here on the live timing race monitor app.
Fusil's going to have the point, and Jason Craig's going to be outside row number 1. We're looking a little back in the field for the cars we expect to charge through the front as the field starts to close in behind the pace car. Our first real car that we think that's going to fly to the front, it might be the 92 Jordan Wilms, who won his heat race. He's all the way back on the inside of row number 5, and then Evans there, Joe Lawrence is there, the points leader Rabideau is there, Chris Lawrence is there, Craig Cole is there. So from row 5 or 6 back, you're going to see cars charging to the front. This is going to get busy in a hurry.
Oh, busy in a hurry is correct, as we've seen before at times in the bone stock division. 3 wide, sometimes 4 wide, trying to enter those corners there. And that'll be something to see here in this feature race of 38 cars on the track. So we'll have to wait and see what this feature race brings.
I would love to, and I know the race director Daryl very well. I know that if we ask him on camera or even off camera, he won't give us the answer. But it'd be interesting to see, because last week we went 6. We went with the 3 heats, 6 through, 8 through, and then 10 through, so that's 24. We took 6 from the LCQ last week, which is 30. Now we have 38 in the feature, so I'm wondering why they went away from the LCQ. Maybe to a show of faith from Delaware Speedway saying, hey, if you bring your car here, you're going to be in the feature.
Yeah, maybe. That is an interesting point there, Chris. Have to see what the rationale is behind that potentially. But like we said, we are having the cars on the track. White flag in the air from Scott Mackey in the flag stand. So the official Delaware Speedway pace car will exit next time around. And this 38 car feature race will be green flagged. And let's get ready for some action-packed racing here on a Friday night at Delaware Speedway.
25 laps, the scheduled distance here for the Bone Stock feature. Shaw Fusil on the point. Jason Craig outside row 1. The 59 is Cassie Howard. This is the farthest forward she's ever started in a feature race. Inside row number 2. 38 Bone Stock set to do battle here at Delaware Speedway on a Friday night as Fusil will slowly lead the field out of turn 4. Look at the flag stand. Scott Mackey with the finger on the green button and the flag. We are racing with the Bone Stocks at Delaware Speedway. And immediately Jeremiah Rabideau makes it 3 wide on the high side into turn 1 as they funnel 4 wide through turns 1 and 2 as the Bone Stocks roar down the back.
Joe Lawrence there too on the inside. He was down low. He's making a charge. This is absolutely insane here to start the Bone Stock race. And Craig, he's going up high. That might draw a caution.
Contact 4 wide into turn 4. Craig Cole is stopped outside turn 4. Scott Mackey waiting to see if he'll move. His hands on the caution button. Waiting. We are still green. Now we go to caution as Cole begins to move here. And he looks like he has no power, so everyone's going to have to slow up here. But Craig Cole, who won the feature 2 races ago, is in trouble here as we're cautioned after not even, well, the scoreboard is incorrect because we have completed a lap, I thought. We've completed 1 lap, so we should have 24 to go.
Yeah, 24 to go here as
he's got a right front tire down, Kyle.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Thank you to our camera crew here as his right front tire is down and flat. So yeah, that's going to cause him to have to go to the pit and grab a new tire.
Man, they were crazy on that start. Chris Lawrence went down to the apron in turns 3 and 4 to make it past their points leader. Jeremiah Rabideau into the pits off the backstretch. The 5 car into the pits to get attended to by the crew. What is going on here? There he is. We got our camera crew just happened to be there. That is perfect. So it looks like they're going to go under the left rear, maybe a left rear tire. Here comes the tire. So a left rear tire down on the points leader, Jeremiah Rabideau. Right front down on the 55 of Craig Cole.
Yeah, and as well, we got word in my ear that the 12 of Joe Kicks is also in the pits. He's getting some work on his vehicle. As we see the 12 Wonder Bread car of Joe Kicks, he's making his way back to pit lane to make himself back onto the track. Good to see. But yeah, some pandemonium to start. 38 cars. We thought that was going to happen maybe a little bit later in the race, but no. As we mentioned, Rabideau, the Lawrence brothers, they're the ones charging for points. They were driving aggressive from the start.
Oh, yeah. And this is the second straight week the points leader is in trouble. Last week was the melee on the backstretch. There you see the 12. The white Wonder Bread number 12 car not toast just yet.
Exactly.
Sorry, that was a bad one.
It's all good.
Yeah, I know.
He's still.
That just popped into my head.
He's still the bread. Still the bread here, not toast yet, as you said, Chris, but I liked it. I thought it was clever.
Looking to be the breadwinner, right?
Exactly. Why not, right? Got to keep the puns and the dad jokes coming here.
Yeah, well, he's going to start in the back, so he's going to have to try and slice through the field, right? So,
boom. Just keep him rolling here, Chris.
Yeah, no, we're done.
Hey,
we want viewers to stay with us, Kyle.
Oh, hey, if I was a viewer, I'd be watching. I love those things. It keeps it light and keeps it fun.
Quickly, we're going to restart quickly to Joey. Joey?
I just want to point out, Phil Gibbons said one thing to me. He said, I'm one Jeremiah Rabideau issue away from a championship. Well, Jeremiah Rabideau's got an issue. Where's Phil Gibbons? Take a look. He's right up front.
Restart here with the Bone Stocks, and there's still 25 laps on the scoreboard. I thought they completed a lap, but we'll have to see if the scoreboard changes. The field rumbles up the Delaware Hill in turn 2 and down the back. Rabideau rejoins the race at the back of the field. Cole gets stopped at the end of pit road for some reason. Well, maybe because he's getting a 2-lap penalty for because the 2-lap penalty occurs if you cause the caution on purpose, you get a 2-lap penalty. Maybe they thought that was it for Craig Cole. He's frozen at the end of pit road as the field roars by.
Exactly here, so we'll see if the official in pit road lets Craig Cole enter the race after the last couple of cars go by. But we go 3 wide here.
3 wide for the lead. It's Fusil in the middle, Joe Lawrence on the high side, and Craig on the high side. Joe Lawrence looking to go back-to-back weeks here, takes the lead.
As he enters turn 1, Joe Lawrence absolutely flying through this field as he now has the lead.
And Craig Cole has now restarted the race, so he did get a 2-lap penalty. 3 wide into the corner again. Look out, Joe Lawrence. Here comes Big Brother. Chris Lawrence up the second spot at a turn 4.
Yeah, the Lawrence brothers are trying to go back-to-back for the second consecutive week, but it's going to be tough here as Jason Craig is giving the other Lawrence brother a hassle here.
We got major sheet metal issues on the 5 car, Jeremiah Rabideau. Out of turn 2, down the back. The points leader has the back bumper hanging by a thread. There you see him on the back. I'm not sure. And then the black flag is coming out from flagman Scott Mackey for the points leader. Wow, what a change of events. Here comes the Rabideau machine, and no black flag yet, but Scott Mackey has seen it, though, Kyle.
Yeah, Scott Mackey has been made aware of it, and he put the black flag down here. But that's, again, the second week the bumpers for Rabideau have been an issue here for that machine.
Joe Lawrence is your leader. Chris Lawrence up the second spot. Here comes Jordan Wilms on the high side. They'll go 3 wide into turn 1. For the lead here, you see him on the screen. The 42 is Craig. The 92's Wilms. He's got Gibbons in tow. In the 50, that's a 3-car battle for the 3rd spot. Into turns 3 and 4. I'm trying to find Jeremiah. He's still on the track. That bumper flaring like a kite. And they're going to keep him on the track. No black flag for the points leader just yet. I'm actually surprised by that. I thought they would have black flagged him.
Yeah, at least get it off, and so it doesn't cause a caution.
Or right? Cause a wreck.
Exactly, a wreck there. So, yeah, it's surprising there. It's hanging on by, like, what, a bit of, we see it on the screen, it's hanging on by, like, a thread, so to speak.
On the outside of the 77 of Brent Pelly, that's your points leader. Rabideau marred back in traffic. He's a full half a lap, exactly half a lap behind the leader, the 78 of Joe Lawrence, working turns 3 and 4. 16 laps to go this time by. Chris Lawrence, half a straightaway behind his younger brother in the 2nd spot. Jordan Wilms, the heat race winner tonight, up to 3rd. Gibbons the 4th. And now here comes Cox in the 00 into turn 1 on the outside of the 42 of Jason Craig. Craig marred into traffic, has to hammer on the brakes, and Cox gets a position.
Yeah, that lap traffic causing issues there for the number 42 of Jason Craig, as we have a lot of lap traffic here trying to stay on the inside.
Danny Benedict driving the 54, which is now the 03 for Matt Langford, because Langford's car blew up in practice. And Benedict up into the top 7 now in this feature with 15 laps to go. The cars are spewed all over the half mile here. 38 bolt stocks doing battle. Let's go trackside to Joey.
Hey guys, Bonnie Starrett's in, Mark Lamont's in, Joe Kicks is in, Rabideau's having an issue, Cole is having an issue, and it's all because of last week. No one was able to fully 100% repair their car. So a lot of cars are coming off, and they're saying it's still last week's damage. We haven't been able to fix it yet. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Joey. I'm actually surprised by that report. I would figure you'd be able to fix a couple of bumpers in a week, but I'm not a car guy, so I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's well, that's the thing too. These guys don't just work on the cars full time. They got 40-hour-a-week jobs, so maybe something is going on outside of their racing lives that might have had them not be able to fix the car 100%. But nonetheless, Jeremiah Rabideau is still going out there with that flapping rear bumper.
So we have 12 laps to go here. in this bone stock feature. There you see, that's the points leader. Jeremiah Rabideau had a left rear tire go down in the opening lap. So he's trying to charge from the back of the field towards the front to eliminate as much point differential to the second place driver in the points, which is ironically the leader right now, Joe Lawrence. And he's Joe Lawrence over half a lap ahead of Rabideau.
Exactly, it's been a good charge for Joe Lawrence here, as his brother is looking to get another 1-2 finish with them. So we see as Chris Lawrence in the 28 machine still in second place here.
The closest battle right now in the top 7 is that nose-to-tail battle. There you see it. Jordan Williams in the 92. Bill Gibbons in the 50. Nose-to-tail down the back. That is a battle for third spot right now on the racetrack. Cox is running out the top 5, but the leader is marred in traffic. It's a full rotunda of bone stocks around this Delaware half mile with 8 laps to go next time by for the leader, Joe Lawrence.
Yeah, Joe Lawrence is opening up a big lead as now he's coming into lap traffic. He'll have to maneuver quite well through these cars in order to keep himself in the lead.
Yeah, my apologies. Phil Gibbons is actually the second in points because we had that penalty last week to Joe Lawrence. So what kind of a statement is this being made by Joe Lawrence? Hey, we're going to win the race last week. You penalized me. We're going to do it again this week.
Exactly, and it's going to be the Lawrence brothers.
We got somebody in the wall high in turn number 2. That is the 18 machine of
Josh Flanagan.
Yes, thank you, Josh Flanagan. And we're getting reports that actually happened all the way back in turn number 4. Let's go to the replay, Kyle.
Yeah, let's take a look at it here. See where right there he hits. Oh yeah. Whoa, yeah, big.
Yeah, that right front tire is already done.
Oh yeah, already done. The whole.
It's going flat, and the camber's all gone. Like the whole, and look at the right rear. Right rear's in trouble too.
Oh, exactly. He had a hard hit into the turn 4 wall, and ends up just coming to a complete stop, bringing out the yellow flag here. We see the. Coming into the shot there, the side-by-side, gonna give the 18 a push to the pits, as you don't want to go any further on just the rims, because then you'll have a bigger issue down the line.
Yeah, and kudos to our camera people again for getting that shot. That was our turn 1 camera, getting that shot way back in turn 4. Hey, that's what happens when you want to participate and volunteer for Rogers TV. You get to do stuff like this.
Exactly, as we get another look at it, bam! Just a huge hit into the turn 4 wall, and was able to keep it going, and then going into turn 2, no dice as the car just comes to a stop there. It's off the track into the pits, so as the caution there is flagman Scott Mackey in the flag stand here, as everybody's now going to get back into their position. And
yeah, and they're actually they're pushing the lap vehicles, or the vehicles on the tail end of the lead lap, back and moving the leaders up front. So all the leaders are getting an advancement to the front of this field, which it should be, because you want that racing for the lead with 7 laps to go when we restart here.
Well, exactly right, and that's the thing. We get a good look here at the crew of the 18 machine trying to jack up the car, but also dealing with the bent frame there. Oh, and that rim is absolutely destroyed on that tire. Wow. They're going to try and get new tires on it quick.
They got to get that tire off.
Yeah, they got to get that tire off first before they can get a new one on. But it's feverish work here for the 18 machine of Josh Flanagan. And they're going to look to see if anything else is bent under there. Trying to get the lights.
Yeah, see, let's go trackside to Joy right there.
Yeah, guys, I'm down at the Flanagan car, and they said they think they can fix it. They're going to try their best. I mean, this is an important race for the 18. They can't afford to be that far down in points. They're battling in the midfields right now, and they've had some good runs the last couple of weeks. So they're going to try and fix this as quick as they can. They think they can. They don't think it's a write-off yet, but it's going to be close. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, and we are getting set for one heck of a finish here. The points leader, Jeremiah Rabideau, after getting a left rear tire down, in the opening lap has fought his way from the back of a 38-car field to now sit in the 8th spot on this restart. And that bumper still trailing that 5 car. I don't understand why he hasn't been told to go in and at least rip it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even under caution, I'm not sure you lose a position here.
I don't think you lose. Yeah, it's.
Scott Mackey just said something to Rabideau and asked him, I think, to pull back a couple of spots. I think that was the call here. He pointed right at the 5 machine and pointed the flag a couple of times backwards to insinuate, hey, push back a couple of places. So we'll see if the 5 moves here. Scott talking with his fellow race director, flagman around the track here. There you see the cars in the lead lap advancing past the lap down cars. Okay, so we got Scotty right here. So let's see, he's going to get the double up. See if he says anything to the 5 car here or signals anything to the 5 car. It might just be a double up. And he's just going to, Rabideau's going to go by, no call there. So Jeremiah Rabideau is going to be outside of row number 4 in the 8th place. Wow, what a comeback for the points leader, but this is going to be a who's who at the front of this bone stock feature race. Joe Lawrence has chosen the outside of row 1. His older brother Chris Lawrence on the inside. Then it's Jordan Wilms and Phil Givens. Givens second in points, right behind the points leader on this restart. And then it looks like Cox inside row number 3. Caution lights still on the speedway. 7 laps to go here on the restart. It's going to be Cox inside row number 3. And then we have the Langford 03 on the Danny Benedict car. So Danny Benedict outside row number 3. Then it's the 42 of Jason Craig inside row 4 alongside the points leader Jeremiah Rabideau. Then it's Fusio who had the pole for the feature, and Vanderwist Jr. And then the 07 of Dixon and the 88 of Katie Stair. I think that's the 88. What a run for Katie right now inside the top 10.
Yeah, it's going to be good to see. We're going to get back to green flag racing here at the half mile. The pace car off the track. They come out of turn 4 ready to mash the gas.
Mono versus mono, or brother versus brother. We're restarted here with the bone stock 7 to go, and what a jump by Joe Lawrence. He falls right in line in front of his brother Chris, nose to tail, and we got Cox on the inside wall. Just shy of turn 1, he stopped. The 00 is stopped. He started inside the top 8 on the restart. Here comes the field. We're still green, and now we're caution as the 00 can't get started, and we'll go under caution again, still with 7 laps to go. Meanwhile, Rabideau up to 6th spot already on the restart. Let's go to the replay.
We got a replay here. There's a little bit of contact, but yeah, nothing that I could really see there.
Yeah, no power, he just didn't get going.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention there it was a good job of Joe Lawrence there. I saw his hand out the window directing the traffic as the caution flag was coming out. So Joe Lawrence letting the rest of the field know, hey, let's get to the high side here. We get another replay, then a look at it.
Looks like the 00 just, was that a left front go down or just no power? I thought I saw the left front kind of sink.
It might have, and then just kind of made the car come to a complete stop. We'll see the...
So the 00 parked
Jay Cox
inside wall, heading into turn number 1. Watch the left front here, race fans. 3 cars back inside row. Watch. Oh no, he got a little, but he lost power. That's why he got hit, right?
Yeah, the 42 there got into the back of him. Jason Craig got a little bit into the back of him, but he was already starting to slow up. So it definitely wasn't major contact that put him out, and it was just kind of loss of power, it looked like, for the 00 machine of Jay Cox. Putting in this caution here. We're still 7 to go on the racetrack once we get back to green flag status.
When we get back to green, it's going to be a crazy finish bone stock feature. 7 laps to go. We'll pause for a quick break. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
be distracted and leave your cooking unattended.
Stand by your pan and look while you cook.
Most people that have received treatment for drug use problems are probably going to have a lapse.
Join addictions counselor Dean Anderson for Invisible, breaking through the stigma of addiction, on Rogers TV.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Mario Elia, and I'm the host of a new show here on Rogers TV that we're calling Keeping London Healthy with Dr. Mario. I'm a local family physician here in London, and I'm very excited to be working with Rogers TV on this new format, which will give us an opportunity to explore all sorts of topics related to medicine and health. So tune in Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. We'll see you then.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. We have a report on the points leader. Let's go trackside to Joey.
Hey guys, I just talked to the officials and they told me that they were not planning on forcing any sort of action on the 5 if it looks like it's connected enough that it's not dangerous. That's the word from the officials. Back to you guys.
Perfect. Thank you, Joey, for looking into that. We appreciate it. White flag on the speedway here. 7 laps to go here. Bone stock feature. Coming up next, 25 laps. There you see Rabideau in the tailing rear bumper. Coming up next, the V8 stocks for 25 laps feature racing. The Lawrence brothers up front. Joe Lawrence has picked the outside one more time. Chris Lawrence inside row 1. Jordan Wilms, Phil Givens row 2. And then the rest of the field.
I want to jump in here, Chris.
Yeah.
If I was the driver, I wonder what kind of play that would give you with your speed, having something flapping behind you. I would think you would want to have it off so you have the most optimal speed, so you don't have the wind flapping through it. But nonetheless, we're back to racing here.
Bone stock feature back underway. 7 laps to go as the field funnels into turn number 1. Joe Lawrence, another good start. Chris Lawrence in the second. Here comes Wilms up to third now. And then it's Givens into 50, files in the 4th. Rabideau blocked, can't get through. He's got a side-by-side battle in front of him as Joe Lawrence will lead the field. Half a dozen laps to go in this feature. Let's go trackside to Joey.
Hey guys, Jay Cox just drove past me. The 00 car had the transmission snap. It's completely broken. They're done for the night.
Thank you, Joey. The 00 out of the race. Joe Lawrence out front by about 4 car lengths on his brother Chris. Chris has about 6 car lengths on a battle for third. Nose to tail, the front 7 out of turn 4. 5 laps to go. Rabideau putting pressure now on the 03 of Danny Benedict. That's a battle for 5th as the field roars down the back. There you see Wilms and Givens. That's the battle for 3rd. The 50 car, 2nd in points right now. The points leader, 2 spots behind him. 4 laps to go now. Bone stock feature. Joe Lawrence is your point car.
Exactly. Leading the way is Joe Lawrence. Behind him, his older brother of Chris Lawrence. And Rabideau making a pass on the inside, trying to gain more position.
That's a battle for 5th right now. The points leader is Rabideau. Benedict in the 03 on the inside. Slow car on the inside wall here. That's the double deuces. And the leaders will go to the high side of the 22. And we got a slow car. The other 22 comes off the high wall in turn 2 and ducks down in front of the leaders. He'll come into the pits. Will stay green. Popsicle sticks in the air for the leader of the 78. Joe Lawrence trying to go back-to-back here, although he was penalized after his feature race win last week. 2 laps to go. Chris Lawrence in the 2nd spot. Wilms still in 3rd. Givens to 4th. Rabideau up to 5th now. The points leader, what a recovery after getting a flat left tire in the opening lap.
As we go here, Joe Lawrence gets the white flag in the air. It's 1 lap to go. The Lawrence brothers sitting 1-2 on the racetrack here, as now he's coming up to some lap traffic. He'll have to maneuver his way through as the lap traffic goes to the inside. Lawrence stays on the inside. It looks like he's going to go back-to-back. The checkered flag in the air. Joe Lawrence with the win. Chris Lawrence 2nd. It'll be Jordan Wilms 3rd. The 50 of Phil Givens for 4th. Jeremiah Rabideau right now sitting in 5th. So what a race for Rabideau. The points leader from the back, getting inside the top 5. He's going to keep that distance in points relatively close here in this feature race.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. I apologize. I had to step off the mic. We had somebody up here trying to ask us to take photos. I said, no, we can't do that. So thank you for finishing that race for us, Kyle. As the Bone Stock feature race comes to an end, we'll send it trackside momentarily for the post-race interview with Joe Lawrence. What a message here, Kyle. He wins the feature last week, gets penalized, gets the win taken away, drops to 4th in the standings, comes back a week later, does it again.
Exactly, and like we saw last week, his older brother Chris Lawrence finishing 2nd. So it's a Lawrence back-to-back 1-2 finish as we go trackside here.
Yeah, let's send it down to trackside for the post-race interview with the 78 of Joe Lawrence.
2nd week in a row. He's still got a big dent in the top of the car from celebrating last week. He's got his helmet off, throwing the glasses on. Joe Lawrence smacks the top of the car, same spot as last week, knocks the trophy over. Joe, I mean, first of all, you've got a lot of speed in this car the last couple weeks. What'd you do to it? What happened here?
Well, last week I got DQ'd. Minor thing in my opinion, but it happens, and that lit a bit of a fuel under me, and I want to thank my fiance for letting me work as hard as I did on it this week to make it as fast as it was. I also want to wish her a happy birthday. Can't forget that, I'd be in trouble. So yeah, I gotta thank my brother and Penny for just giving me a car to have some fun with and really just play around and tinker. So I'm thinking it's about time he's gonna start asking me to put in what I got here in his. So I'm okay with that. I'll have a little fun. Another 1-2 for us is always great. Gotta thank the sponsors, Auto Fusion Towing. Obviously, Auto Fusion Towing, brother Chris and Penny. The main sponsor, Dad's Discount Auto Parts. Jesse helps us out a lot with Chris's fleet of cars. We had 7 start tonight, which is just crazy. And then I gotta thank Dana's Desserts. She's always keeping us well treated.
That's Joe Lawrence down here, driver of the number 78, 2nd week in a row, Discount Auto Parts Depot and Supply Bone Stocks feature winner. Back up to you guys.
Feature race winner, as you just heard from Mr. Mosley, the 78 of Joe Lawrence. When we come back, V8 stock feature race, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Don't get caught unprepared this summer. White's Rental is your one-stop shop for lawnmower tune-ups and repairs. You can visit us at our new location, 785 Little Simcoe Street.
Hi, I'm Dan Mailer. I'm the host of London Lights, the show where we talk about notable Londoners who have made a big mark, big impact on the world of music, entertainment, sports, politics.
Amazing. Brandon Moreno! He's just got that Warriors mentality. Kai, car up front! I know I'm the best in the world. 2 title fights.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. There you see just the final touches on a feature race win for the 78 Bone Stock of Joe Lawrence. If you didn't join us last week, that's 2 Bone Stock feature races in a row, but got DQ'd last week. Worked all week on the car, does it again, sends a message, say, hey, the 78 is still strong, comes back and wins it again.
Yeah, exactly. It's good to see Joe Lawrence come out and show, hey, yeah, there might have been what you thought was something wrong with my car in the officials' eyes, but makes the necessary adjustments and the fixes that needed to be made, and comes out with yet another feature win here. So good for the Lawrence brothers and their team to come away with not only the win, but a second place finish as well.
I believe we have the standings for the bone stocks. As I just flick a big bug, there's some big bugs here. Let's go to the, I believe we have it. Scotty, do we have it in the truck? We do have that coming up shortly as the V8 stocks take to the track. There's going to be 6 cars, my apologies, in this feature race for the bone stock, or sorry, for the V8 stock. They'll do 25 laps as well tonight. And then we'll cap things off with the late models for 35 laps. So remember, we got the 21.4 second lap time here for the V8 stocks. If you go faster than 21.4, you're going to get black flag. You got to be 21.4 seconds or slower, and that's why they're trying to add to the car count, bringing in some super stocks and some late models as well, whenever they can join the V8 stocks. But it's going to be 25 laps with the V8 stocks tonight, with Kyle Mesenberg is going to have the pole position and the points lead. It's going to be the 95 of Ethan Orr out of St. Thomas. And it's going to be inside row number 2 is going to be the 23 machine. That is David Silverthorne Jr. in the 23. The 73, Jordan Morris. The 72 is Chad Clutterbuck. And the 2, good to see Doug Stewart back on the track as the field bunches up. Field of 6 for this V8 stock feature race for 25 laps.
That's right, as we see the 17 of David Rockwood not in the feature here, as he went out in the heat race, completed a few laps, but was penalized as he was well under the 21.4 second rule. So it looks like he said no to the feature race here. So it'll be 6 cars racing as we get ready for green flag status on the half mile. The pace car is off, 25 to go as they come out of turn 4.
Kyle Mesenberg, your point car, 6 of them set to do battle. Green flag, we're racing with the V8 stocks at Delaware. And being challenged by Ethan Orr on the outside is Mesenberg side by side. Up the hill and back, here comes Jordan Morris. What a run! And he got into the back of Orr. What a run out of corner exit for the 73 of Jordan Morris. Side-by-side battle, Silverthorne and Stewart for 4th place as the field completes lap 1.
Yeah, exactly. A pretty decent start here for the field. As the times come in, everybody well above the 21.4 time.
Oh, we got Silverthorne Jr. around in turn 2. The 23's around. Caution on the speedway. Didn't see what happened there, but we will go caution. I was fully expecting us to go caution-free with the 6 vehicles, but it'll be a quick little rebunching and restart here. Let's go with the replay, Kyle.
Yeah, we take a look at the replay here.
Oh,
a tire goes down. It looks like there's some smoke, and Clutterbuck gets right into the back of him here, spinning him around. Saw the smoke. It might have just been him braking going into the corner. I didn't know if a tire went down or not, but no, as we see there, Clutterbuck got into the back of the 23 machine of Silverthorne Jr. And we got another look at it here. And
this is right before it.
Yeah, comes in.
Oh, he checked the left rear, I think.
And then that's when
Pow.
That's when Pow back into the corner it goes, spins him around, forcing this caution here.
Our camera people tonight are getting all the shots.
Exactly.
They're doing a great job tonight.
Kudos to the camera people at every station, getting those good shots for us to be able to have the replays to show you, the viewers, on Rogers TV.
Trackside, Joey Langdon.
So you're telling me that the camera people are so good that I'm not going to have to do any dramatic reenactments next week?
No, we want you to do a reenactment next week, Joey. We want you next week to start the pre-race show by showing us the preferred groove between turn 3 and 4, which means you have to run.
Yeah, so I just wanted to point out that the 5, Jeremiah Rabideau, last race I went over, and many drivers are very confused as to why Jeremiah Rabideau was never called in. I asked Rabideau's pit crew, and they said, well, why would we come in if we were not told to? They never black flagged us, and that's fair.
That's
the question would be placed towards the race officials. Why was Rabideau never black flagged? What they told me was they felt it was safe enough that he could keep going. A lot of the drivers here disagree. There's going to be a lot of talk over at Tech, and I already see a lot more drivers over there than are usually at Tech. Back to you guys.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Joy, he enjoys. Joy's an intelligent young man. He totally steered away from my pre-race request for next week, so he didn't touch on that. But yeah, that's a good point. The officials gave Joy their explanation. A lot of drivers don't understand it. And here's my question for you, Kyle, as we are still under caution here with the V8 stocks. Any other a car outside the top 10 in points, or even the top 15, they have a rear bumper trailing like that, did they get the black flag? That's my question. Hey, that's a great question. I'm not taking one side versus the other. I'm telling you I'm giving you the question on the other side of the argument.
Exactly.
If a car outside the top 10 in points have the same problem, does he get black flagged or she get black flagged? It would be interesting to see.
It would be exactly. It'd be interesting to see exactly why the officials thought it was safe. If the drivers, it's all in the mindset. So we saw here too the 72 car of Chad Clutterbuck. He went into pit road, so he's going to have to start, I believe, at the back of the field.
Yeah.
After the cars go by, we're going to get back to green flag racing here on the half mile, the V8 stock division.
Yep, 24 laps to go. We're back to green here. Mesenberg at the point. Orr on the outside. Morris in the 73. Stewart in the blue deuce, and then the 23 back in action. Silverthorne Jr. as the 72 of Clutterbuck rejoins the race. Orr slow off the turn in 2. Morris will grab a spot. Here's Stewart to the inside as Mesenberg will lead him out of 4.
Yeah, Ethan Orr lost position there entering turn 3, and the blue deuce of Stewart, he's able to pass Orr, and he picks up another spot.
So the field comes out of turn 2, down the back, Mesenberg out front, Morris up to second now, Doug Stewart to third, side-by-side battle for fourth. It's Orr on the outside. Silverthorne Jr. will grab the spot in the 23, and then Clutterbuck in the 72 in the 6th spot. Stewart to the inside of Morris for position. 21.9 last time by for Jordan Morris, 21.8 for Doug Stewart, 21.4 is the mark. Side-by-side battle for the 2nd spot. Doug Stewart in the 2. Jordan Morris in the 73. Stewart has the spot. Oh, he's under.
Doug Stewart.
21.396. That's going to be a problem here if the officials pick that up. 21.396 last time by. Here comes the black flag. Quick work to Scott Mackey, and Scott's got the black flag for the blue deuce. Here we go. It's a black flag for the blue deuce. Man, oh man, he went under by, what was that? 4 1,000ths of a second.
Yeah.
4 1,000ths of a second.
So his lap time there the last time around was 21.397.
Wow.
So it's that close that you have to make that adjustment coming to the line to make sure you're under.
Let's go trackside to Joy Langdon.
Hey guys, it's not just Stewart, it's also Clutterbuck. Both of them got the black flag. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Joey. Clutterbuck also getting black flagged. He's still on the track racing. His fastest lap was a 21.5. We do not see a reissuing of the black flag. There you see Doug Stewart re-entering the race. It's Mesenberg out front, Morrison second. They're all by themselves. Silverthorne Jr. in third. Clutterbuck passing Orr for 4th. And Joey trackside again.
Clutterbuck served his black flag during the caution laps. That's why he came into the pits. He served his driver during the yellow. Back to you.
17 laps to go here. V8 stock feature. And the Doug Stewart machine you see, or there you see Clutterbuck to the inside of Silverthorne. Now the blue deuce. He's actually a lap down now because he had to serve a black flag penalty. Jordan Morris in the 73s in 2nd spot, just ahead of him.
Yeah, so Doug Stewart's going to have to do a lot of work here with 16 to go in order to get back on the lead lap and have a chance of making any kind of noise at the top of the pack for this race.
Jordan Morris looks like he might be catching Mesenberg a little bit here. Jordan Morris at 21.56. That was close, right on the cusp for the 73 as he's coming to the front. The gap has shrunk between the Mesenberg machine and Morris in the 73.
Yeah, it's going to be a great race here. 14 to go coming to the stripe. Mesenberg and Morris going to have that battle here.
Oh my goodness, Kyle, at 21.425 for Morris. He's right there on the cusp, but he's still okay.
Clutterbuck as well at 21.487. So these cars are just flirting with that.
We'll check them this time by. 21.440 for Morris, 21.6 for Clutterbuck. He was fine, but Morris is right there, and Morris is right there on the track. For first and second, 13 laps to go. Mesenberg, here's Morris to the outside. Morris to the outside for the lead. Out of turn 4, let's go to Joey trackside.
Hey guys, I was just told Clutterbuck didn't break out, but he was shown a black flag for another reason. I don't know what that reason is. I'm trying to find out. But he didn't break out, but was shown a black flag for a different reason. Back to you.
Thank you very much. We're going to battle for the lead. Battle for the lead, side by side through turns 3 and 4. It's Mesenberg on the inside, Morris on the outside, at the stripe. 11 to go.
Want to mention Doug Stewart again back going through pit lane. So he was having to restart this race once again.
The leaders are still side by side through turns 3 and 4. Give the edge to Morris right now. 10 to go this time by. And it's a dead heat at the line. You heard Morris slowed up there on purpose, but he was fine, 21.9. But you heard him decelerate out of the corner. You thought he was going too fast. Side by side for the lead. It's at Mesenberg in the 810. Morris in the 73. Clutterbuck in the 72 is reeling them in. Clutterbuck just threw out a 21.447. So the leaders are still side by side with 9 to go. Down the back, Morris has a little bit of head of steam into turn 3. Mesenberg reels him back in. Wow, what a battle at the front here. Side by side again. You see Morris kind of come off the accelerator on the corner exit to turn 4. If we could stay on this shot, watch the 73 come out of turn 4. He's got the lap timed so that he has to decelerate out of turn 4 before the stripe. We'll see if we can pick it up here. Out of turn 4. See how he slowed up and let Mesenberg go up a little bit? Morris is timing it so that he needs to decelerate on the corner exit.
Yeah, that's a good strategy so far because you're able to make up that time through the rest of the track. And so you let Mesenberg come through a little faster, then make up the time after you pass the stripe.
New leader, Morris had the lead. Mesenberg fights back to the inside, and they're side by side again. Oh, Morris. Jordan Morris at 21.9 last time, my goodness. He is just flirting with that. Stewart's up there to battle, but he's a couple of laps down now. Clutterbuck still getting close. 5 to go this time by.
Yeah, this race for first and second, it's been like some in the past. It's going to come down to the wire. It might be a photo finish here in the V8 stock division.
Down the back one more time. They're about 8-10 car lengths ahead of Clutterbuck in third, but they got the Blue Deuce and Doug Stewart in between them. This is a battle for the lead. Mesenberg on the inside, Morris on the outside. It's like they're standing still when they come out of turn 4. It's actually pretty humorous to see it because they're trying to slow down.
Yeah, we look here, that last lap for Morris was 22.274, and then for Mesenberg it was 22.284. So they know exactly what they're doing, and they're doing the exact same thing coming to the stripe.
Here's the thing though, 3 to go, and while these two are playing around at the front, look who's come to the party. The 72 of Clutterbuck is right there. He's about 5 car lengths back with 2.5 laps to go.
Yeah, so these two in the lead, Mesenberg and Morris, have to be careful here as they got to start picking up the pace as Clutterbuck's going to make this a race. He's going to try to go DNP inside and make it 3 wide.
Here's another thing too, is that Morris is coming out of turn 4 and slowing down. He can't do that on the last lap. So is he going to risk getting underneath that 21.4? They got the white flag coming up this time by. Side by side for the lead. All three all together now. White flag on the Speedway. They've been side by side for the last 10 laps. It's Mesenberg in the 810, Morris in the 73, Clutterbuck 2 car lengths back. Morris will lead him into turn 3. Turns 3 and 4, last time by. We'll see what happens here. Out of turn 4, checkered flag in the air. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Mesenberg as Morris had to slow down. A 22 flat for Morris, a 21.9 for Mesenberg. That's the only problem with that strategy. Let's go to the replay here.
As we get a slow-mo, by a good half a nose. Look at that. It was Mesenberg able to grab that.
And here's what I was going to say. The problem with that strategy, Kyle, is how are you going to finish when you're side by side? Let's go to the replay. This might be at turn 4. Here we go. In the turn 4, Morris for the last 15 laps, slowing down on corner exit. Has the lead out of turn 4 for the checkered flag, and all of a sudden has to slow up because he might be under that 21.4. So that strategy can't work out of turn 4. It's got to go somewhere else on the track, because if you're side by side like they were for the last 10 laps, you need to accelerate out of turn 4 to grab that checkered flag.
Yeah, exactly. So, and with it being a 22 flat, he still had some wiggle room there at the stripe. So you think you didn't have to mash the gas. We see Mesenberg going to pit row, Morris coming in beside him. What?
I think they didn't know. They didn't know. Morris might have thought Mesenberg went too fast, so maybe coming around to see if he actually won it. But no, Mesenberg's last lap was a 21.980. The points leader takes the V8 stock feature. No, that strategy worked for it. There's Mesenberg coming out of the car. Let's take a trackside for the post-race interview.
Victory lane. Kyle, first of all, running beside Jordan Morris, how much fun is that, like lap after lap every week?
Oh, that's a lot of fun, actually, when you're both side by side like that. Gives you, I don't know, it's just fun.
Now, did you guys think you were anywhere near the breakout time? Like, you guys were running 22.2s most of that.
Yeah, that's so hard to judge, and we're both kind of before the line, slowing down a bit, but who knows.
You had to have seen Chad Clutterbuck coming in the rear view. Like, was that a concern at all?
Yeah, you start wondering, all right, should I just put the hammer down or what?
I know you got a lot of people to make this car run every week, a lot of people you want to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Dockstar Property Maintenance for supporting the series, Ferguson's Fancy Beans, Mesenberg Chemicals, Car Doctor, Watson Races, my dad, my brother, and the Pennzoil Victory Lane.
That's Kyle Mesenberg, driver of the number 810, winner of your Dockstar
winner of the
Property
V8 stock feature race tonight from Delaware Speedway, Kyle Mesenberg. When we come back, it is the late models for 35. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
You know why. Operation Smile, alongside our medical volunteers, provides safe cleft surgery to children free of charge, thanks to generous donors like you. That was until we fell into a pandemic.
If you only knew what I'm going.
By December, tens of thousands more children will be waiting for surgery. Please help us keep our promise and deliver smiles to children in need when surgeries resume.
And I'm excited to be the new host of LDN ONT TV. Join me and my guests as we discuss the topics trending here in London, Ontario. Tune in Thursdays at 6:30 only on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Let's go trackside to Joy Langdon.
Hey guys, that last lap from Mesenberg might have come just in time. While he was taking pictures during Victory Lane, just as we went to commercial, something exploded on his car, and he was leaking a lot of fluid. It looked like a geyser right there. It looked like the same issue that happened to Darcy Desjardins earlier, where the coolant cap exploded. So I'm going to try and find that out. Also, I'm going to go over to Jordan Morris, because what Maudsley just told me as we were walking away from the interview is that Jordan Morris thought or thinks that Mesenberg broke out in the last lap. We don't think it was even close, but we're going to go over and see if that's what's going on. Morris looks really heated at his car right now.
22. We had 22 sec. It was 22 flat for Morris, and
21.9.
What's that?
21.9.
Yeah, and I think Mesenberg was 21.9. Yeah, so he was 0.5 of a second slower than the breakout time. Let's see what happened with Mesenberg's car here. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, watch this. Oh, wow. Old Faithful on the 810. Our camera crew is on tonight. That's Old Faithful right there.
Yeah, good old coolant coming out of the top of the car. But we get ready for late model division racing on the half mile as the cars are out warming up the tires. And as we get a look here, it's going to be the 22 of Steckley on the pole. And then beside him
that's what the rest of the field wanted to see, Kyle. He's only won 3 features in the last 2 weeks and has won back-to-back here at Delaware Speedway. Wow, talk about a nice roll of the dice.
And then it's the 7 of Caleb Wood sitting in second. The 37 of Steve Aaron that will be sitting third. And then it's Zach, the 17 of Tom Zagnarani.
Yep.
And then behind him is the 38H of Jake Hooker.
Yeah, Hooker's inside row 3, Connor Pritico outside row 3. Then it's Morneau and Lake in row number 4. Chapman and Powell in row 5. Friel and Watson row 6. Robley and Beauchamp Jr. in 7. And let's go trackside to Joy.
Hey guys, so I said Morris looked upset. He was just fired up. He was happy about how close the race was. So apparently the reason he came around was because neither he or Mesenberg knew who actually won. During the backstretch, they were pointing at each other. They were like, did I win? Did you win? Did I win? Did you win? And they couldn't hear the spotters tell them who won because of a radio issue. So they both came around, and then they pointed Mesenberg into the victory lane, and Morris was like, all right, guess I got second. Went around.
All right, thank you. White flag on the Speedway. We'll continue with the lineup. It's Schrenk inside of Shaw Jr. Then it's Litzter and Mark Jacobs in what looks to be row number 9. And then we have the 21.
So that is the 21 is Dustin Hardy, but it is Matt Pritico's car.
Correct.
Being driven by Dustin Hardy.
And then the 5 of Peyton Jacobs, the 69 of Lloyd Rawlings. Getting set. Late models for 35 laps at Delaware Speedway. We're racing at the half mile. What a dice roll for Kyle Steckley. That's Beauchamp Jr.
Sorry, that was my fault.
Yeah, Beauchamp Jr. on the pole. Steckley starts back in 12th. Beauchamp Jr. and Wood for the lead.
Oh!
We got
Zagnarani tire down, sparks flying.
Yep, and Cole Powell in the 73, and the 22 of Steckley's involved in this as well. A little bit of carnage.
Robley has some sparks going.
Robley on the back stretch. This is 1 lap into the late model feature. There's Zagarati in the black 17. And let's go to the replay here. This is coming down the front stretch here. Oh, contact with Lake and Connor and Powell, or Pritico. First, Zagarati into the wall. Into the 73 of Powell, sending him into the wall. Robley wasn't touched unless he was touched off the screen and had damage here. As runner caution here with 1 lap to go. We'll get the boys in the truck to replay that for us one more time. Because I thought the initial contact, Kyle, was the 77 of Lake and the 19 of Connor Pritico, and then they got into the Zagarati machine at 17. Watch the 19. 77's behind. Oh, contact with the Hooker car. And then Zagarati got pushed up in the wall, I think, by the 77. Powell into the wall. I think Robley just broke something. Nobody touched the 51, Kyle, I don't think.
Nobody touched the 51 of Robley. He just went down. But yeah, there it was Jake Hooker and Pritico there getting into original contact. And then the Zagnarani machine just involved as well.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 different things that happened in that melee on the front stretch. Robley's car is in the pits. Steckley's car is in the pits. The 5 of Peyton Jacobs is in the pits as well. There's the Robley pit. This is turn 1 end. So going to work under the hood and on the right front of the 51. Now they're looking at the left rear of the 22 of Kyle Steckley. Winner of 2 features in a row here at the Speedway and 3 features in the last 2 weeks in total. But we are under caution here after what seemed to be, at one point or another, 6 or 7 total cars involved coming out of turn 4. Watch out at turn 4. The white car is Hooker in the 38. Watch the blue-black 19 of Pritico. Hooker into the left rear Pritico. All right? Now Hooker comes back. Robley, I don't think Lake touched Zagarani, Kyle, to be honest with you. Zagarani into the wall. Clips the 73 of Powell. Oh, did you see the damage? I saw it on the 51 of Robley. He locked him up before hitting Chapman in the 13, and that caused some damage in the 51. There's Zagarani's pit. If we can get that replay, Scotty, just one more time, we can show the viewers the 51 as well, and the damage to the right front of that car. This is coming out of turn 4. Pritico in the blue 19. White is the 38 of Hooker. Hooker into the 19. The 38 comes back up, clips the 19.
I think he caught a little bit of Lake, but Lake not really into Zagnarani. Zagnarani just tried to, I think, avoid it.
Watch the left side of your screen. There's the 13. Right behind him, the 51. So the 51 locked him up, and the right front tire is down on the Robley car already. So he might have broke something before contact with the 13, and that's why Matt's in the pits. And Matt's now out of the pits. Steckley's out of the pits. Jacobs is out of the pits. Everyone back on the track. But it was good that because of the great replays by our camera people, we actually saw the 51 issue right there. It was before getting contact with the 13. Something broke in that right front. Maybe just a tire went down because he's back on the track.
Exactly. So good to see Robley able to get a new tire, we believe, and back on the track he goes. And it looks like the only car that might not return to the track out of that would be the 17 of Zagnarani, as he got taken off via the tow truck. So we'll have to wait and see what kind of night Zagnarani will have. But we get ready here. We're only a lap into this feature race, and a couple of cars able to gain positioning via that caution. So
we're going to take a quick break here, Kyle. We're under caution with the late model feature, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Hi everyone, my name's Ranger M, and I work at Catfish Creek Conservation Authority. I'm the community outreach technician, and that means I do a lot of this, chatting about all things nature and conservation with kids, adults, teachers, everyone. I love to knowledge share, and that's just what I'm going to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
Rogers TV has given me the opportunity to be involved within my local community, where I have met plenty of new people, experienced new things. I have done various production roles such as graphics, live audio, and camera work. Recently, I have been a part of the London Knights Rogers TV crew, and I have had a wonderful time there, being part of such an amazing and diverse group of individuals. I highly recommend it.
Delaware Speedway Racing TV presented by Oil Guard. One lap away from a restart with the late model feature. This is the Tom Zagarani pit, working on the left front. And let's go to Joy.
Hey guys, yeah, so this is the one car that retired from that wreck. Zagarani cannot come back onto the pits, or come onto the field. His night is done, and you can see the damage. Tires aren't really supposed to look like that. Thank you, pit crew member, showing us exactly what's wrong with it.
Yeah, so I don't think Lake got to it. It looked like it split. The tire split and sent Tom into the wall, Kyle. So we didn't see that damage on the left side of the car because it was on the other side of the car from our vantage point. We just saw the contact with the wall. So that blister that broke open in the left front tire I would think, set the 17 into the wall and then came back down and clipped the 73 of Powell. We're still under caution here with just one lap complete as we have Kyle Steckley returning to the racetrack as well.
Exactly. Steckley looking to keep his...
Oh, no, he's not. Sorry, he came in the back entrance to the pits. Now he's stopping on pit road at his stall.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to the back left side here, the left rear, as we see Steckley pointing, trying to guide his crew. An official coming over with...
lug nuts.
Whoa. So
it looks like lug nuts, that he dropped some lug nuts at the end of pit road, and the official brought him over to get him back on the tire, I think, or maybe it wasn't lug nuts, but definitely some parts to the 22. So the field is still under caution. The field is ready to go, but Kyle Steckley is on pit road. Let's go to Joey.
Hey guys, it's not Steckley's fault. His transponder died. So they got to run over and replace a new one. The track is, I believe, going to let him retake his position because it's an issue with the transponder, not him.
Okay, thank you. So that was not lug nuts. It was a transponder that fell near the end of pit road, and the official brought it over to the crew to put the transponder back on. So yeah, that's why we're still under caution. I was going to say, well, why are we not restarting, and why we're waiting for the 22 if it's a mechanical issue, but it's not. It's a transponder. So they will wait and give the 22 his position back, I believe.
There
22
we go.
Down and away.
Here we go. He's going to be entering the track again, the transponder. We see the green light there flashing under his car.
Yeah.
That means that everything is good to go. Steckley back on the racetrack. He'll zoom into his position as the cars are somewhat doubled up here in the first 4 rows, and the rest of the field going to be doubling up here momentarily. We'll wait the white flag in the air from Scott Mackey. So the pace car will exit the track this time around, and we'll get back to green flag racing here at the half mile. We've completed 1 lap in this 35-lap feature, Chris.
Beauchamp Jr. is the point car. Caleb Wood on the outside. Then it's Aaron and Pritico. Connor Pritico, row 2. Lake and Morneau, row 3. It's Hooker and Friel in 4. Chapman and Schrenk in row number 5. As Beauchamp will pace the field around turns 3 and 4. Looking for a restart here with the late models. They'll mash the gas. We're racing at the half mile again. Beauchamp side by side with Wood. Here's Pritico trying to push Wood to the lead. Down the backstretch. Caleb Wood with a half a car length in front. Now he'll stay on the outside. Beauchamp Jr. trying to fight back, and he washed up the track. Got a little loose, but stayed off of the 7. Caleb Wood trying to get down to the lower groove, but Beauchamp will fight back. Now Wood's going to get a push from Connor Pritico down the back.
What a race here from the top 3 cars as Morneau goes down low 3 wide. What a contact here. What a race to the stripe on that lap.
Yeah, Morneau's definitely loose in quarter exit to turn 4 last couple of laps. The front 6 are trying to get away. It's Connor Pritico dropping back to 4th, now under attack from Patrick Friel, and then Darrell Lake rounds out the top 6. It's Caleb Wood at the front, side-by-side battle for the 2nd spot. Morneau in the 0-3. Beauchamp Jr. into 60, then Connor Pritico into 19. Darrell Lake underneath Patrick Friel looking for the 5th spot. The field rumbles out of turn 4.
This race has been something to watch as I want to know where Steckley's going to end up, but the race at the front has been absolutely fantastic with the top 4 cars absolutely not giving an inch here.
Yeah, Beauchamp Jr. marred on the outside now. Morneau to the inside for the lead. Morneau on the inside. Connor Pritico's going to follow him through. Caleb Wood will fall to 3rd. Here comes Patrick Friel as well. Friel to the inside of Beauchamp Jr. for 4th. Morneau will lead the field back to the stripe. Nose to tail the front 3. Friel side by side with Beauchamp Jr. for 4th. Lake in 6th right now, followed by Schrenk, Chapman, Hooker, Powell, Steckley, Aaron, and Lister.
Beauchamp Jr. able to gain that spot off of Friel. Now Daryl Lake's into the bumper of Patrick Friel.
Rob Lee is slow back. Over the spin! It is Beauchamp Jr. around off the nose of Patrick Friel. In the 18, it looked like it was off the nose of the 18. They were nose to tail through turns 1 and 2, and caution on the speedway with 27 to go.
We'll get a replay look here at the caution here as they come out into turn 2. Yes, the 18, the Friel machine gets just into the back quarter panel there of Beauchamp Jr. You can see the dent as he goes around, and we'll see how the officials are gonna put that into play here. But Beauchamp, no worse for wear. He's able to get back up to speed, and 27 to go here as the yellow flag is out.
All right, let's get a report with Mark Jacobs with Joey.
Hey guys, so I just talked to Mark Jacobs, and he said that his car is having a major electrical fault, and that's why his race is done. They even got a replacement carburetor off of Jesse Kennedy in the late models, put that in, didn't work, so they think it's a major electrical fault. Peyton Jacobs, on the other hand, they replaced the whole fuel pump, and they think it's fixed, and Peyton's running okay right now. Near the back, not as fast as she was in the heats, but still running smoothly. The Jacobs Racing team, they told me it seems to be always something with them. Every single week they seem to have some kind of issue, but they're trying their best. And when both those cars don't have any issues, they always run by the front. So hopefully Peyton can clear up those issues and get back towards the front. Back to you guys.
And we have had a penalty issued to the 18 of Patrick Friel being asked to go to the back of the field. Family dinner tomorrow might get a little interesting, Kyle.
Yeah, we'll see how Patrick races the rest, as Beauchamp now is passing Friel there, and don't know if a few words were said or not, but it's aggressive racing. But nonetheless, Beauchamp Jr. and Friel will have to start from the back of the pack and make their way back up to the front, as Ray Morneau and Connor Pritico will have the first two positions here. Morneau choosing the outside lane.
Yeah, you're right. Morneau did have the lead. He'll choose the outside. Connor Pritico inside row 1. White flag displayed on the speedway. Lake and Wood row 2. Schrank and Chapman 3. Hooker and Powell up to row 4. Steckley and Aaron row 5. Litster and Rawlings in the 6. Shaw Jr. and Peyton Jacobs. Then it's Watson at the back with the Beauchamp Jr., Patrick Friel as well. So 27 laps to go here in this late model feature. And we'll see what happens both at the front of the field and the back. Patrick Friel starting right beside Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. They were just the reason for this last caution as Pritico and Morneau lead the pack out of turn 4. Looking for the green flag. They'll mash the gas. There's the green. We're racing with the late models. Into turn number 1. Morneau trying to fight on the outside with Pritico. Daryl Lake there as well. They'll fly down the back. Morneau, Pritico, and Daryl Lake, your front 3. Chapman up to 4 now. Let's go trackside to Joey. We'll go back to Joey in a second. Leaders go down the back one more time. Morneau, Pritico, Lake, Chapman, Powell now up to 5th. Good recovery for Cole Powell as the field comes out of turn 4.
Yeah, exactly here. 25 to go at the stripe. And we get a look here. Patrick Friel at the back. He's made up a couple of spots already if we can get a shot of the back of the field, because that's bunching up there as well. But nonetheless, the front of the pack, there we go, as Beauchamp Jr. and Friel is in the back with 45 as well. So therefore, there's some good racing going on.
Let's go trackside to Joey Langdon.
Hey guys, I was just told why the 18 got the penalty. They believe it was because he intentionally turned to 60. Now his team is disputing that. They don't think that's the case, but that's why he was sent to the back. Back to you guys.
Yep, that's exactly what you said, Kyle. Aggressive driving puts Patrick Friel at the back, and he's come already passing 5 cars at the back of this field. Meanwhile, the front 2 trying to get away. It's Morneau in the 03, Pritico in the 19. The front pair trying to get away from the rest of this field.
That's right. We see Daryl Lake the Jaden Chapman machine. Cole Powell, Kyle Steckley in 6th now. What a ride for Steckley as he started far back. Now he's in 6th. He's still in the hunt to try and go 3 for 3 here at Delaware Speedway.
The front 2 all by themselves, then it's a pack of 4. With a lower control bar issue. So the 51 is out along with the 96 of Mark Jacobs, the 17 of Tom Zagarandi. As we have 20 laps to go here in this late model feature. Front 2 out of turn 4, Morneau and Pritico all by themselves. Now Lake under pressure by Chapman, and Cole Powell there as well. That's a battle for 3rd. Darrell Lake might be a little slower than the rest of those 3 cars, Kyle.
Yeah, I think so. As we see Chapman and Powell and Steckley gaining huge on the rear end of Darrell Lake.
What a nice pass by Cole Powell in the 73 to the high side of the 13 Chapman machine. As the leaders work the back, contact at the back of the field between Beauchamp Jr. and Watson, but the green remains on the track. Now Powell to the inside of Darrell Lake for 3rd out of turn 4.
Absolutely insane here as Darrell Lake's losing quite a few spots to these faster cars here as this race continues to go on.
Yes, Powell right there. The 22 of Steckley right there as well, trying to follow him through. That's a battle for 3rd on your screen right now out of turn 4. 16 laps to go.
What a race here we have as Steckley trying to get to the victory lane again. As he's now past Darrell Lake. Darrell Lake's falling off the pace as the 13 of Chapman makes the pass as well.
Yeah, Darrell Lake's trapped on the high side here at Delaware Speedway. And he'll lose another spot to Chapman here, almost, or side by side into turn 1. The leader is a full straightaway ahead of Cole Powell and Kyle Steckley for 3rd. 14 laps to go this time by for the leader, Ray Morneau Jr.
Still a lot of time here. Morneau and Pritico have to stay composed in order to make sure they come away with the victory, because any kind of mishap and the cars behind them in Powell and Steckley will make a charge.
Leaders out of turn 4. They have traffic in front of them now. Peyton Jacobs in the 5, Shaw Jr. in the 9. The leaders have to negotiate traffic here. They're going to the high side of Jacobs. 12 and a half laps to go, and Pritico's lost touch a little bit now. About 4 to 5 car lengths back. Meanwhile, Steckley all over Powell for 3rd through turns 3 and 4. That 22 machine wants to go, Kyle.
Oh, exactly. Steckley knows what he wants, and he's going to try and get there in a hurry.
Oh, Darrell Lake in trouble.
Darrell Lake, sparks flying under his car. Don't know if that's just a tire that went down or not, but nonetheless, caution on the speedway. 12 to go in this feature race in the late model division.
We had the camera on the 77. Great work again. Here's Darrell Lake out of turn 4. Do we notice anything? Oh, he hit the wall.
Into the wall here.
Into the wall. Something breaks. Immediately breaks.
Front left, front right, I believe.
Yeah, it might have been the front right. Remember with the control bar in the front right. And it takes the 77 up the track. So caution the speedway, and the Lake machine might be done with the 12 to go here in the late model feature.
Yeah, it's in the pits there behind the trailer, and the crew out to look and assess the damage here. And we'll see. They're going to get the jack underneath it.
Having trouble with the jack getting on the right side of the 77 of Lake. They'll go to work on the 77 of Darrell Lake while we're under caution here with 12 laps to go. Late model feature, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
The regulars, the guys who keep this place in business. Last week, they had something to celebrate. Jason had just finished university, so they toasted his profs, his TAs, his old roommates. Well, they toasted just about everyone. But I worry about and take care of my guys. So even when I know they're not driving, sometimes that means bringing them a little surprise. And then they had a drink to me.
Brought to you by Smart Serve Ontario and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober. Do you have something to share? Let everyone know about your next meeting, your need for volunteers, or your fundraising event on the Rogers TV Community Billboard. Send us your words and we'll bring them to life on Rogers TV and rogerstv.com. When it's time to spread the word, go to rogerstv.com to add your announcement to the Community Billboard.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Late models feature under caution 12 to go. There you see the work on Darrell Lake's machine. Let's check in with Joey.
Hey guys, I'm down here at Darrell Lake's number 77 Mustang, and yeah, they broke the sway bar mount, is what they told us, and they're all jumping on it. But everyone, when I walked over, about 3 different pit crew members yelled, "We're done." Darrell Lake doesn't want to be done. He hasn't left the car yet. He wants them to fix it, but it's not looking likely, and the pit crew is very pessimistic right now. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Joey. Broken sway bar on the 77. Joey has had some solid reports tonight. Been there at the right place at the right time, and we appreciate that. It just adds to what we can bring you at home, getting that person trackside to get us the answers to the questions we're asking.
Oh, exactly, and that and it then lets the viewers at home know what is exactly going on at the track behind the scenes, and because they get to see the cars on the track racing, but might not know exactly what causes a car to go up into the wall, like Darrell Lake's case there.
Because not every car is pitted on front row on the pit road. Those are just for the late models and maybe 1 or 2 bone stocks over by turn 4. But most of the pit work going on in the vehicles is in the interior of the track. The late models usually are pitted on the pit road, but some of them even pit back there. But getting that camera back there is very key. We've restacked them and packed them with 12 to go here with the late models. And Connor Pritico and Ray Morneau still at the front. Morneau chooses the outside lane. Powell and Steckley right there. No track position now because we're restarting with 12 to go. They were a full straightaway behind the leaders, but now Powell and Steckley are at the front. Front 5 trying to get away, and Hooker is there as well in the 38. Here comes Steckley on the outside, his trademark the last 2 weeks.
That's exactly what I was just about to say, Chris. Steckley now in second place.
Caution in turn 4.
Speedway.
That might be, is that Steve Aaron? It is Steve Aaron in the 37.
37 machine.
So caution under Speedway here with still 12 to go in the late model. Go ahead with your comment on Kyle Steckley. Oh, that's the replay.
First replay here, as it's Beauchamp Jr., I believe. And yeah, Beauchamp Jr. involved with that, turning around Aaron and into the exit of turn 3 into turn 4. Turns around, and but yes, mentioning Steckley, he's now in second place. He does like that outside pass, but
so if you're Morneau, do you pick the outside here?
I think so. You would have to. Morneau's picked the outside the last 2 restarts, so you know, if you've been watching anything and you go back and watch Rogers TV, you know Steckley likes the outside. Take the outside, force him into a groove that he might not be as comfortable in, and see what happens here.
Yeah, because the last 2 weeks, he's come from like 5th to 1st on the outside. And if for our viewers who do not know this, Delaware Speedway in the offseason repaved that second groove to try and bring that in, to make it a 2-groove racetrack. Kyle Steckley has shown in the last 2 weeks, Kyle, that it is a 2-groove racetrack and you can pass on the outside.
That's exactly right. As we see here running up, it looks like Pritico is above Steckley, so I don't know.
Last completed lap.
Exactly, that's what I was just about to go to, Chris. The last completed lap before the caution, Steckley had not gained full possession of second place, so he'll have to start this restart in 3rd. But with that, I believe 3rd would be on the outside, correct? Or would he be on the inside?
3rd should be on the inside. Oh no, now he's got 4th. So they must have had Cole Powell ahead of him at the last
completed lap.
There's Scott's switching somebody. He's switching Chapman and Hooker. So Steckley's going to start 4th, which is the outside. Yeah.
So he gets the outside groove. We'll see if that on the restart, he mashed the gas. That's on the last restart, he was on the outside in fourth, mashed the gas, and was able to get the second, battling Morneau for the lead. So if he can get a same or if better restart this time around, you never know what can happen. Ray Morneau might be in some trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're Ray Morneau, now based on this lineup, you want to start on the outside of Connor Pritico again.
100%.
Yeah.
100% here as we're still under. Now we're going to get the double up flags here from Scott Mackey in the flag stand. The nicely painted Pennzoil flag stand here at Delaware Speedway. 12 to go once we get back to green flag racing. As the cars groove a little bit to get some wear on the tires, get them warmed up after they had to slow down under caution.
So let's set the field. Ray Morneau Jr. is your leader. He'll pick the outside in the 0-3. The 19 is Connor Pritico. The 22, Kyle Steckley. 73 is Cole Powell. That's your first two rows. Jaden Chapman in the 13 in row 3. Outside in the 38 is Jake Hooker. Row number 4 is Schrank and Wood. 5 is Patrick Friel, Wood of Recovery, from being black flagged and sent to the back. Ironically, he's starting inside of the guy he spun, Ronnie Beauchamp Jr., white flag on the speedway. After that row, it's Lidster and Watson, Rawlings and Shaw Jr. And let's go trackside to Joey Langdon.
I just talked to Steve Aron's team. No damage after the incident, and they think he's 100% okay to run the rest of the race. Back to you guys.
Yes, thank you, Joey. Appreciate that. So we're getting set lights off the Delaware Speedway pace car as Ray Morneau is the control car. He sets the pace here. 12 to go. This time by, we'll see if we can stay green. Out of turn 4. Mash the gas. Here we go. We're racing with the late models. They'll roar into turn number 1. Pritico on the inside, Morneau on the outside. Here's Steckley pushing the Morneau machine right down the back. Are you kidding me?
He's using that outside groove, getting past Pritico, and now he's battling with Morneau for the first spot in this race.
Morneau has to protect, but how do you protect here? Morneau, Steckley, Pritico, your top 3. Powell to the inside of Hooker for 4th place, and then it's Chapman running out the top 6. See, Morneau's trying not to give him that outside groove now, but Steckley goes to the inside.
Steckley's going to be a good enough driver that he knows if he has to pass on the inside, he will. He prefers the outside, but he's going to use whatever path Morneau gives him to make sure he can get the first place.
10 to go, side by side for the lead. Contact! Steckley in the 22, Morneau Jr. in the 0-3. Pritico in the 19 looking for a mistake. Still side by side, up the Delaware Hill, down the back. And Morneau with not a bad run there, will draw even into turn number 3. Now, Steckley forced Morneau up the track to try and get the lead. Morneau fighting back on the outside.
Steckley will have the lead at the stripe, 8 to go. Oh, and now here we go. Steckley able to get his full car in front of Morneau, has the lead outright. Morneau now gonna have to play some offense.
Yes, and Steckley looking for 3 in a row at the speedway here. 8 to go. Steckley, Morneau, Pritico, Powell, and Hooker, your top 5 at the front of this field.
What can you say about Kyle Steckley in the 22 machine? Other than that, he's just racing phenomenally, having a very fast car week in and week out.
And coming from the back to the front in this feature race, 7 to go for Steckley as he leads him down the back.
Now he's pulled away here. He's got about a 4 to 5 length car lead on Ray Morneau as they come out of turn 4. 5 to go at the stripe.
Steckley, Morneau, Pritico, Powell, Hooker, your top 5. Then it's Chapman, Schrank with a good run. Beauchamp Jr. ahead of Friel, Lidster, Watson, and Wood. That's your top 10. Or sorry, top 12. 4 to go for Kyle Steckley in the 22.
He does not look like he's going to relinquish this lead at all, as he has just come, like you said, Chris, from the back to the front, and he's opened up a huge lead on Ray Morneau Jr.
Steckley in the double deuce. We'll take him down the back one more time With 3 to go, Morneau and Pritico trying to catch him. Nobody's going to catch this 22 tonight. Nobody's been able to catch this 22 the last 3 weeks.
Exactly. The Kyle Steckley machine and his team have put in the work to make sure his car is fast week in and week out. And this is going to be a triple threat win for Kyle Steckley here as he's coming to the white flag, this time to the stripe.
Kyle Steckley with the white flag in the air. 1 lap to go for the 22, who dominated 2 weeks ago in the late model feature. Dominated last week in the late model feature. And tonight, from the back, coast to coast, like butter on toast, the 22 cannot be beat. That's 3 in a row for Kyle Steckley.
Unbelievable racing from the 22S machine of Kyle Steckley. My goodness. Let's look out the rest of the top 10. Ray Morneau in second. Connor Pritico taking third. The 73 machine of Cole Powell in fourth. The 38H of Jake Hooker in fifth. Jaden Chapman sixth. Marshall Schrank coming in seventh. Beauchamp Jr. in 8th, Patrick Friel 9th, Jason Lidster in 10th. That's your top 10 out of this 35-lap feature race in the late model division.
Total dominance the last 3 weeks by this Kyle Steckley machine. 3 weeks ago, he dominated. He started near the front of the field. Last week, started mid-pack, came through to the front on the outside. Tonight, started mid-pack, got in trouble, was at the back because he was a caution car. He went from the back to the front, and the last 3 or 4 positions, except for the first position, he went on the outside using that second groove. Kyle Steckley dominant right now in the Delaware Speedway late model division. We're going to send it to trackside to hear Kyle's comments after his 3rd straight feature race in a row. There he is. Let's send it trackside for the post-race interview.
Jumps off the car, grab a word with him down here. First of all, you had that incident early on, got pulled into the pits, made your way through the field. That was awesome. What were you thinking there?
Yeah, it was a wild race. I just can't thank my team enough for working hard on the car all day. You know, we struggled, we started deep, got involved in that wreck, flat tire, came from the back again and back to the front. So it was a ton of fun to drive. We had the wrong tire on the left rear, but we made it work. And yeah, just so thankful for the opportunity to go 3 in a row here at Delaware Speedway with APC Auto Parts Centers, Canusa Warehousing, Quick Wick, AW Millwrights, Deloitte, Lift Solutions, Tightline Anchors, everybody who supports me. I can't thank them enough, and hopefully we can keep this rolling.
Question from upstairs. Are you going to make it 5 in a row next week in the Pinty's race?
That's the goal.
That's Kyle Steckley down here, winner of your Catalyst Lubricants late model
that is
feature.
Kyle Steckley, your late model feature race winner. 3 in a row for Kyle Steckley here at Delaware Speedway. Post-race comments. And coming right up after the break, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Jeff from Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff. We're back for season 3. We've had the opportunity to see some great backyards and have some great barbecue. Join us, Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff.
I'm Shannon Woolley, host of Batter Up Beachville on Rogers TV. Join myself and Doug Harris as we learn more about the first recorded baseball game in Beachville.
Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m., it's the RTV quiz. Giovanni Petiti hosts a weekly trivia competition that lets you play from the comfort of your couch. Play along at home and challenge your friends. And don't forget to follow along on social media. Let us know who's top of trivia, and you can find yourself featured on a future episode.
Are you kidding me, folks?
The RTV quiz, Wednesday nights at 7:30 p.m. on Rogers TV or at rogerstv.com/RTV quiz.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Post-race show from a fantastic Friday night here at Delaware Speedway. We'll start with a guy who's done a fantastic job tonight. Let's go trackside to Joey Langdon.
Hey guys, I usually give like a full race recap after the races, but I just want to talk about some of my favorite stars of today. First of all, look at Kyle Steckley. I mean, he can do no wrong right now. I was talking at my day job. I was talking with a coworker, and he wanted to get into racing. And he said, "Who's someone I should watch out for in the Ontario racing scene?" And I said, "There's really one name you can put out there in the late models. It's Kyle Steckley. He can do absolutely no wrong right now. He is on absolute fire. There's no con to anything that Kyle Steckley's done lately." Second star, I want to talk about, and not second star in the hockey term, just second star listed in no particular order. How about Phil Givens? We talked beforehand. He said it would take a miracle to make any points up of Jeremiah Rabideau. Phil Givens made up points today, and suddenly he's in line for maybe making a run at his first championship in his since he started working at Delaware. Next star I want to talk about, my cameraman, Nikita FCF. He put up with my little chicanery earlier. He's been running around with me the whole time. As much work I have to do, he's got to do with a camera on him. The nice people at Delaware Speedway gave me a hot dog. It's going straight to Nikita because absolute legend today. Great work, and great work to all of our camera people. One of our best shows of the year, camera-wise. Fantastic job to all the volunteers. We had signs out here trying to get more volunteers out to Delaware, and it's going to be fantastic to see all the people that come out. And we've had a fantastic job. Chris, I know you were talking to Jeremy earlier about volunteers. I mean, this is exhibit A of why it's so awesome to volunteer at Rogers TV. Back to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic job, both of you down there. Well done. Tune in next week when we open up the show with Joey running the food truck in turn number 1. That should be funny.
Yeah.
Joey can do it all. He's done a great job tonight. No, seriously, he did a great job. Questions that we had up here, he answered them down there for us. Great to have that addition trackside. Final thoughts on a Friday night at Delaware Speedway.
Oh, what can you say? The bone stocks was something to see. 38 cars on a half-mile track. I thought it was going to be a little bit more crash and bang, but they stayed relatively clean, so that was good to see. And then, of course, Joe Lawrence making the statement in that division saying, hey, I'm going to win a race. You might penalize me, but I'm going to come out and win it again. And then obviously his older brother Chris Lawrence coming in second. And then obviously the V8 stock division, only 6 cars as Rockwood did not race in the feature. But that was a crazy finish too between Mesenberg and the 73 of
Jordan Morris.
And
what causes those finishes? The 21.4 breakout time.
Exactly.
And that's what they wanted for that division. That kind of racing, right? Even though you can tell that he was slowing down in certain areas, maybe he needs to find a different part of the track where he does that stuff. It is what it is. Late models, Kyle Steckley, dominant. And for you race fans, just so you know, the Penny Series in Edmonton tomorrow night, but during the week they're in Saskatoon. Kyle Steckley is driving in the Penny Series. Of course, his dad, Scott Steckley, former CASCAR, former Penny Series champion. Kyle Steckley in the Penny Series event in Saskatoon this week. He's going to be something.
Yeah, exactly. If he can win 3 in a row here at Delaware, and then also last week he raced up in Flamborough in the APC series and won that race. So that's 4 race wins in 3 weeks. That's absolutely insane. And to do it relatively clean and not really come away with much damage on the car, that's something spectacular in and of itself as well. And then obviously there was the whole late model division is something to marvel at, because any given car on any given day can make passes and make positions come out of nowhere. And so it doesn't matter where people start, whether it's the front, back. You're always going to be in for some kind of finish in the late model division.
DelawareSpeedway.com, race fans, for ticket information, any type of information, schedule as well. Next Friday night, we're going to be here again, 7:30. Listen to this. 50 laps from the Bone Stocks. We have the Super Stocks in action next week. And spectators race the King of the Hill. For Joey, Kyle, for Scott and the truck who did a fantastic job tonight, and every one of our camera people who did an amazing job tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. We hope that you had a great time while we gave you this racing tonight from Delaware Speedway. Join us next Friday, 7:30. We'll do it again from the Delaware Half Mile. I'm Chris Soares. Enjoy the rest of your Friday and have a fantastic weekend. This has been Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Good night.
bone to end. And actually, I am a runner, so research has shown now, contrary to what a lot of people believe or have believed in the past, running actually is good for the bones.
That's right.
So
interesting.
So I'm hoping that will help as well. But from a dietary standpoint, I probably should be more mindful when it comes to calcium.
And that's what I love about doing this whole show is there's probably you're not going to be the only person out there thinking of that. The only reason I take a medication which they found over the years could cause osteoporosis, and so I've been having scans for a while, which led to, oh, you need more calcium, and so that's what caused me to. But mine has definitely, there's been a difference in the calcium intake and how much I'm actually getting into my system as I'm aging, but I think when it comes to vitamin D, all of these things that maybe some people listening had no idea about, and it might make them look into it further, speak to their doctor, off they go, and try and get more of that. And I think keeping things natural in the diet. I mean, supplements, I'm not even going to go there. It's not my scope of practice. We all need them. I know I take mine, but as well, I think it's really important to try and really tweak what you eat into the things that inside make you shine.
I think that it's become necessary for me, as Wanda pointed out. My whole digestive system has changed in menopause.
Interesting.
And so I also have discovered that I have to eat smaller meals. I particularly have to eat a smaller meal at night and be very careful about what I eat afterwards, because I'll have reflux, I'll be uncomfortable. It might affect my sleep.
That's
so
right.
yeah, I've absolutely, Wanda, I can concur that there's definitely been some necessary changes that have had to have been made.
That's right. I think as well, I don't know about you, but I mean, I know for me, something so simple as having a glass of water before bed has changed things. Before I could have a glass of water at night, and I really am like a camel normally. Yes. But now what I'm finding is if I have one just that little bit too late, I'm now up at night. And do you find anything?
Well, that happened to me last night, because of course I had a drink of water, closer to bedtime, and I had to get up in the night, which I usually don't anymore. Yeah. And it's interesting because I think through the 30s and the 40s, I was always having to get up in the middle of the night, and it really was every night in my 40s.
Okay.
So again, was that a menopausal symptom? I don't know. But then I think through the change in the lifestyle and the nutrition, and really being careful of when I intake of water more during the day, don't usually have to get up in the middle of the night anymore.
That's good. And I think that's the other thing as well, is there's hope. We might think, oh, menopause is happening and that's it, I can't do anything. But I think, facing each of these things head on and saying, well, okay, if I'm not sleeping, I'm going to maybe, decrease my caffeine intake, or I'm not going to drink so much late at night, knowing that we can go through this checklist and perhaps there's one thing that could change everything. We just never know.
Or even just a little bit will probably help alleviate certain symptoms as well.
Exactly.
So
you're right.
In order to be able to help you feel better, your mood better, and just feel better about yourself.
Exactly. Which sort of leads me into the next topic of body change. Like, our bodies change as we get older too. I mean, I know it's changing all the time, but there are other changes that occur as we go through this time of life. Have you, either of you found, any experience
well, I was
with
going to
either
say,
of that?
it's the weight gain, right?
Yeah.
So the weight gain around the abdomen has kind of been something that I get frustrated with, because no matter what diet changes or exercise I tried, it no changes whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I do find that, but I'm also limited in terms of things that I can do physically as well.
Okay.
So, sometimes I have to focus more on the nutrition and the diet, and being more aware of that end of things rather than the exercise piece.
That's right.
Although I have tried different trainers and those types of things, but depending on what else is going on with my body as to whether I'm able to or not.
That's right.
But but also it was also the big changes in terms of my period, because that was one of the first signals as well. Just, very predictable, controllable, to, it would last twice as long. It would be, 5 times as heavy.
Yeah.
You don't, I have only black pants. because I don't dare wear any other color of pants. And if I'm going over to a place that has white couches during my period, I'm a little afraid to sit down.
Yeah. All these things that all of a sudden
yeah, those little things that you have to worry about. And that's just it. But you don't want to tell them why.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like, again, that taboo topic.
Yeah.
Or even just like, for many years, I carried a change of clothes around with me.
Smart.
So, you know, being in the school system, I would supply teaching, I would take a pair, and I would often have to change.
Yeah.
Or there have been places where I've gone to and it's like, I need to go home because I forgot my change of clothes.
Wow.
So, because, you know, you just stand up and it goes whoosh.
Yep. How this affects our, how this affects so much. How about you? Have you found when it comes to body changes, if there's anything significant that's happened, or?
Yeah, I found that my joints ached a lot more, and initially I was concerned, but then through some research and through sort of tracking it myself, so I got to a point where I had to track the different symptoms, and then I was able to see, okay, yeah, they seem to be correlated to other symptoms that are happening around that time. But I'm finding now that mobility is a big issue for me, where it never used to be in my 30s. So you and I have known each other for a million years through teaching.
Aren't we good for a million?
Yes.
We look good.
Through fitness, right? So
That's right.
you and I could teach several classes a day and not even think about it. But now I stiffen up so much more. So I have to make sure that my fitness routine, or my regimen, my weekly regimen, includes the weights, the cardiovascular, but also some mobility work.
That's right.
Because my hips are a lot stiffer, and so you know, we used to just not think about this stuff.
That's very, very true.
And I was just going to say the balance too.
Right. Yes.
Right. So it all kind of, I'm sure it's all related.
Oh, it is.
So,
it is.
you know, just the fact that you really do have to work on your balance in terms of being able to do the different movements.
That's right.
You know, on one foot or the other foot, or
You girls are good because you're going into next week's episode. So we're going to hold those conversations for next time. But that you're absolutely right. You are good. But it doesn't it prove how everything is so interconnected? Whether it's our mind, whether it's what we're eating and taking in and helping ourselves that way to how we move. I mean, there's so many things. So again, another really great conversation with both of you, where we could probably sit here all afternoon and evening and talk about it. But thank you so much for your input. Again, I'm really hoping there's somebody watching that's saying, oh, never thought of that, or that's me. So thank you so much again.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
My daughter is 7 years old and has a frenemy. They have play dates that always end up in a fight or tears. This friend bosses her around and treats her poorly, but she still wants to be her friend. What's a parent to do?
I would let them acquiesce to a certain amount, and then, you know, when they're at this age, you still need to be supervising their play dates. So I might step in, not to correct the bossy child, but it's my child that I'm concerned about. I would just expose her to other people, teach her to have a voice, and let her know that she's got options.
Being stuck in your home during this pandemic also means you have a home. Waiting in line for groceries means you have money for groceries. The isolation, being broke and totally scared about what's next. I was feeling that before this crisis. People say we're in this together, but me, I've got no one.
Youth who have aged out of the child welfare system are in danger of falling further through the cracks because of today's crisis. They need your support. Please give today at helpyouthnow.ca.
Hey, this is Scott Navarro, producer here at Rogers TV, and while I've been a staff member for about 5 years, I've actually started my Rogers TV journey as a volunteer 10 years ago. I started as a volunteer in high school, trying to get some hands-on experience, see if I liked working in TV, and I loved it. I met some great people who I'm still friends with to this day, and the technical skills I learned helped me get a job in Toronto working in TV before moving back to London to get a job here at Rogers TV. So if you're a young person and you're interested in television production, I recommend you come out, get some hands-on experience, and see if you like it. Or even if you're a not so young person, I still recommend you join our crew, get some experience, and have some fun along the way. We've got some opportunities working on sports productions, studio studio productions, and shooting shows out in the field. So if this is something that you're interested in, go to rogerstv.com/volunteer, and I'd love to see you on one of my crews real soon.
Rogers TV has given me the opportunity to be involved within my local community, where I have met plenty of new people, experienced new things. I have done various production roles such as graphics, live audio, and camera work. Recently, I have been a part of the London Knights Rogers TV crew, and I have had a wonderful time there, being part of such an amazing and diverse group of individuals. I highly recommend it.
Do you have something to share? Let everyone know about your next meeting, your need for volunteers, or your fundraising event on the Rogers TV Community Billboard. Send us your words and we'll bring them to life on Rogers TV and rogerstv.com. When it's time to spread the word, go to rogerstv.com to add your announcement to the Community Billboard.
So, we got to finish the show with a little sparkle of wisdom. So I want to recap some foods that is really important to have in your pantry and in your fridge, especially as you age, because they nourish our brain, our mind, our body, and our soul. They are whole foods, whole grains, dairy, whatever that looks like for you, as well as fruits and vegetables. Can't get enough of those. Phytoestrogens, healthy fats, and that's, you know, omega-3s especially, and lastly, quality protein. So, speak with someone, start there, and you're really, hopefully, going to be helping yourself as you go through this journey. So that's it for this week's episode. There's been some really incredible information from Tila, and I'm sure there will be more. If you have any questions as a result of this episode, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself at info@coachcarolyn.ca. There will also be on the Rogers site, there will be a link for our private Facebook page. It is a private page called The Modern Woman's Menopause. We'd love to see you join, and there will be much more offered there in the future with regard to nutrition and many other topics. So thank you so much for being here. Do reach out if you have any questions, and we hope to see you next time.
Call the Rogers TV Viewer Response Line. Email us or connect with us on social media.
Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m., it's the RTV Quiz. Giovanni Patiti hosts a weekly trivia competition that lets you play from the comfort of your couch. Play along at home and challenge your friends. And don't forget to follow along on social media. Let us know who's top of trivia, and you can find yourself featured on a future episode.
Are you kidding me, folks?
The RTV Quiz, Wednesday nights at 7:30 p.m. on Rogers TV or at rogerstv.com/RTV Quiz.
I am Gagweg. My name means everything.
Tom Longboats.
I am Wolf Clan, Onondaga Nation. I've run many different races. I've run to survive and to be free. I've run to win for honor.
His people might be lazy, but this one's damn fast.
My people respected our runners, people who carried important messages from village to village.
I need a guide to the next post. Dispatch carrier, sir. I can get you there.
God sakes, man, slow down. Who do you think I am, Tom Longboat?
No, sir. I am.
Running makes me feel alive. It's everything.
Tom Longboat was the first Indigenous person to win the Boston Marathon. He ran his way to international fame and became an inspiration to generations of athletes.
Juliana Pena, the UFC bantamweight champion.
She's the type of woman who rises to the occasion. She will have to do that again when she faces Amanda Nunes, the greatest knockout artist in the history of women's MMA.
What Amanda Nunes has done, it's truly amazing.
Brandon Moreno!
He's just got that Warriors mentality.
Kai Kara front!
I know I'm the best in the world. 2 title fights.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Jeff from Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff here. It's that time of the year. Leaves are changing.